Hello, hello, and welcome back to Wheel of Games, where today we're going to be playing Return to Dark Tower. This is going to be our second play of this game. The first time we took on the Ash Strider, and we're doing really well up until the very end of that game. There we go. Hopefully they'll both stay comfortable now, and off the table, if I'm lucky. Okay, so we fought the Ash Strider on the first quest last time, so this time we're going to be going ahead to the next one in the series for both adversary and main quest. So I am going to be relying very heavily on the last episode doing like the full rules explainer. I'm just going to go very briefly through like the setup and how the turn order goes, and then we'll try to get right into it this time. So, world setup. I've already done most of this. So we've got kingdom setup. I've already randomly selected the we're going to have 3 players, and that is going to be the Warlord, the Spy Master, and the Orphaned Scion. So the Warlord very much focused on battle, getting and using a lot of warriors, and they're also from the east, so they have special advantages in hills this game. The Spy Master, special ability is they can sort of teleport at the start of their turn to any space in their current quadrant of the board. They have extra movement, they move 4 instead of 3, and they have sort of stealth advantages. And being from the south gives them extra advantages in deserts in this game. The Scion is good with the spiritual stuff and also like cleansing operations. At the start of their turn, they gain 1 spirit. They have innate magic advantages, and after they cleanse, they can remove 1 skull from any building. I believe any building on the board. And being from the west, they have special advantages in forest terrain. So aside from that, I think I'll have the Spy Master go first, but we'll explain why in a moment. So world setup, all of that stuff is built. I've shuffled all of the decks. The one thing that I haven't done yet is deal out the starting market, which is just 3 treasure cards off the top. So the first... Oh, the tower wants me to get on with it. So the Acorns of the White Oak. You can spend this to remove 5 skulls from anywhere on the board, and it gives you a wild advantage in grasslands. Advantages are basically skill checks. They let you reduce the difficulty of the challenges that the game gives you. Next up, Amulet of the Marid. When you cross a river, move to any space adjacent to that river. And extra advantages in lakes. Normally when you're crossing over these rivers that are between the quadrants, you have to go straight across the river. You can't just go up or downstream. So this allows you more movement bonuses. Nice. And our third starting treasure is the Necklace of Haggling. Ignore the refusal result on the haggle die. Reinforce as normal. Well, that's amazing. So I always forget to use the haggle die, but basically you've got a d6. Anytime you reinforce, you can roll it. 2 of the sides have this angry merchant face on them, which basically cancels your reinforce action. 1 side is blank, and then there are 3 other sides that give you some kind of bonus, either 3 warriors, a free piece of gear, or a free potion. So decent chance of getting bonuses, but also a chance of getting nothing. This treasure removes the chance of getting nothing, so that's huge. That's something I definitely want, and it gives extra stealth advantages, so this is perfect for the Spy Master, who's already good with stealth stuff. So with this, the setup is complete. I've already got my 24 skulls. All my tokens are just off-screen, off to the side. Shuffled corruption deck, potion deck, treasures. All of their locked virtues are face down. Think we're set up. So on the hero setup, we've got the hero boards in front of us. And let's see. Yep, the one of the tiles is determined by which of the kingdoms is their starting kingdom. So that's why one of them has advantages in forests, deserts, or hills. And your starting resources are 7 warriors and 1 spirit, which I've got on each of their boards. Okay, now it's time to go into the app setup. So we'll Start new game here. What tower? Let's see if I can lift it up. It should be doing its... Gotta hit the button for calibrate. And inside, it's spinning all of the different levels around, making sure everything's in working order. And as soon as it's done with that, it should... whole thing glows and makes some noise. Okay, tower is ready. Cooperative game. I don't think I'm ready for gritty difficulty. Just core game still. And player count 3. Okay, so As Calls Treasures is what we were doing last time. So the next one in the series is the Outlaw King. Raise an outlaw army with Gleb the Outlaw King. He wants to charge the tower head-on. So muster an army at the wall. And we had Ash Strider last time. Yes. There we go, on the right camera now. Okay, so the next adversary is the Bane of Omens. He stalks one of the heroes mercilessly, draining their warriors and giving corruptions. And we'll need a special black mark quest item for this. Let's see if, oh yeah, I've already pulled that one out. So black mark, basically this is just a marker for who the adversary is targeting. So I imagine one of the heroes is going to get that at the start of the game. So Bane of Omens. Okay, let's see. Yep, dug out the card for this character. So the Bane of Omens is a stealth humanoid. So we know we're going to want to, well, use those advantages over the course of the game. And that definitely lends us to picking the Brigands. So that's our level 2 adversary. And level 3. None of these particularly jumps out at me. We could either do the Stealth Spiders or the Clan of Nuri. So let's see, there's my dice. Okay, do a quick roll. Okay, it looks like we've got the Spiders. Okay. So was odds or evens? Evens was the Spiders. And now for this one, well, we did Mormos last time, which was Undead Stealth. Let's try something else. I guess the Titan. It's humanoid, so it shares one class. Here we go. Overall setup. Yep, main quest, Gleb, the Bane of Omens, and our foes. Here we go. There's our random seed. Okay. So 2 skulls on each citadel and sanctuary. So citadels are like the province capital buildings. It's the really tall one, and it's also where your characters start. Yep. This also happens in the kingdom with no hero from it. And the sanctuaries are the oval-shaped ones, sort of the spiritual centers. So it's already starting us with 16 skulls on the board, 8 left in the supply. So we're gonna have to go after these in the beginning. Make sure we've got some runway. Okay, yep, I've already taken that from the box. So give it to the player going first. And I had decided that that was going to be the Spymaster. So Spymaster gets the black mark. First player also gains Gleb as a companion. Ah, yes, I already pulled him out as well. So Gleb, the Outlaw King. If you end your turn in the mountains, gain 6 warriors. And he also just gives you 2 humanoid advantages innately. Yep, and the back is just reminder text about what his main quest is like. Okay, so he's gonna spend time with our Spymaster. Okay, our foes are spawning. So in the Lodestone Mountains, we've got our first Brigands. They're up in the top corner there. What's next? In the Weeping Waters, this is a lake just next door to our Scion's home space. Hey, Aurora. No! You're on the board. As long as you're not moving stuff around. Okay, one more brigands in the Jewel Hills, which is in the east. Must be, yep, with that little village. Well, we've got somewhere for our warlord to go after right away. And spiders in the desert. In the southern wastes, yes. Any more? Oh, looks like we are ready to play. Okay, it's introducing our main quest, Raise an Outlaw Army. He suggests charging the tower head-on. He asks you to muster an army at the tower walls. So we need to quest in the bleak wastes. Hang on, I gotta move the kitty. Okay, hopefully she will get comfy again here, and not on top of the brutal warlord. Poor fella. Okay, so we want to quest in the bleak wastes and spend 100 warriors. But you get a discount of 10 warriors for each piece of gear you have. Okay, so I've got my my markers, the bases from the Zombicide game. They make nice markers for this. So the Bleak Wastes, that's on the east side of the tower in the Brutal Warlord's Eastern Kingdom. So we need 100 warriors for that. Ooh, okay. And month 1. Yep, time is passing. So in the first month, each character gets to go once, and there aren't any quests active yet. This is sort of your prep positioning time. So I did say the Spy Master is our first character. Mostly just, I know that the first character is the one who the main companion gets assigned to. I suppose it makes sense that they would get the black mark assigned to them as well. I think I should go over the turn order really quick, just as a quick refresher here. So there's an extremely nice sort of shorthand that's listed on every character sheet. Super nice. So each character does have a unique start of turn ability. As soon as their turn starts, they get whatever that ability is. The Warlord gets free warriors, the Scion gets 1 free spirit, the Spy Master gets to teleport anywhere within their current kingdom, just teleport to a different space. So 1 free thing. Then the middle of the turn, you can do things in any order. So there's a movement, you can do a heroic action, and then a reinforce action. So starting with the move, you can move the number of spaces that it says. The Spy Master gets to move an extra space, so normally it's 3, Spy Master can move 4 spaces. If you spend a spirit, you can double that, have to do it at the start. So you can move 3 or 4 spaces. You can break it up with other actions, so you can move a space, reinforce, move another space, battle, and then end your turn in a third further space. So you can break that up as much as you need between the other things. The heroic action, this is the main thing that you're typically doing to win the game. First thing is cleansing. You can remove all of the skulls from a building in a space you're in. You can battle one of the foes or adversaries that's in your space. And if there's a dungeon or a quest marker, like our main quest thing, you can take on the quest and just complete it, basically. So any of those heroic actions, after you finish it, you gain 2 spirit. That's your reward for doing main quest stuff. But you can only do 1 of those 3 on any given turn. The last thing you can do is reinforce. This is basically gaining resources from one of the buildings in the kingdom. They each do different things. Citadels, you can gain a potion, or if you spend 5 spirit to unlock one of your locked virtue cards, gain new abilities. If you're at the Sanctuary, that's like a spiritual place, for free you can gain a spirit, or spend 5 spirit to remove all of your corruptions. Corruptions are these bad things, some kind of penalty that sticks with your character. This adversary seems like they're going to be handing them out, so it's very important. We need to know how to get rid of them. The villages are where you recruit more warriors. So for free, gain 6, spend a spirit, gain 12. And last one is the Bazaar. For free, when you reinforce there, you can take one of the gear items. There's a deck of 6 of those, and they each do things like give you an advantage or some kind of small ability. If you spend 2 spirit at the Bazaar, you can gain one of the treasures, like that Necklace of Haggling that I think is so great. And when you're reinforcing, I always forget, but you can roll the Haggle die, where you've got a 50% chance of getting something good, a 1 in 3 chance of having it cancel your reinforce action entirely, and the last result is no change, just reinforce as normal. That's it. So that's the middle of your turn. Once you've done all of the actions you want to do, you end your turn by dropping 1 skull into the top of the Dark Tower, which lets the app know that it's time to do the in-between turn stuff, maybe trigger events or the next month from starting. And that's it for how the turns go. Hopefully that was a lot faster than the thorough explanation from last time. So our Spy Master goes first, and that's in the southern districts. So what are we going to do? Lots of advantages in deserts. So this is actually a good person to be fighting that spider. They have a innate stealth advantage from their virtues, +2 wild advantages in deserts for being from the south. Let's see, the humanoid advantages aren't helping us at the moment, but that would still be 3 advantages right off the bat in fighting the spider. We also need to take care of those skulls, though. And I really, really, really want the Necklace of Haggling for this person. But I need at least 1 more spirit before I can try to do that. In order to gain the treasure items, you have to reinforce at the Bazaar and spend 2 spirit to gain the upgraded option. So we're starting the game proper now with our Spy Master. They can start by basically teleporting to any spot they want within the kingdom. I think what we want to do first is start doing some cleansing, because that's going to give us the spirit we need to get the like the stealth advantages or say other gear things that will give us better ability to fight that spider later on. So we definitely want to be in one of these 2 buildings and just do a cleanse action first. As to whether the Citadel or the Sanctuary, I think let's do the Citadel first. If we keep getting corruptions from the adversary, then we're going to want to go to the Sanctuary for plenty of other reasons as well. So we're going to start with a cleanse action. We take the 2 skulls off, put them back in the supply, and we gain 2 spirit for having done so. Okay. Now we've done our heroic action, so at this point we only have movement, reinforcement. A neat thing about the Outlaw King is if you end your turn in the mountains, you get 6 warriors, so we are incentivized to stop our movement in the mountains. Nice thing about the Spy Master, he can always start his turn by teleporting somewhere else useful, so it's nice that we can just sort of move into the mountains at the end of our turn. So we don't need to end in the Sanctuary. Really, it's which reinforce option do we want to do? Do we want a potion? Do we want an extra spirit? We do have more spirits at the moment. Actually, we could go reinforce and grab that treasure right now, because we just did the heroic action. So let's move to the nearby Bazaar. So movement by 1. He's got a movement of 4, so he can still get to a mountain and not have too much to worry about there. So move to there. Reinforce action at the Bazaar, spend 2 spirit to gain 1 treasure. Okay, so gonna pick up that Necklace of Haggling, because that's awesome. I'm not gonna roll the Haggling die yet, because I don't want this to randomly get stopped. That's the main reason I don't want to randomly get my strategy messed up. But our Scion now, or not the Scion, the Spy Master now has the Necklace of Haggling. So from here on out, they're going to be rolling that haggle die as often as possible. And a bonus stealth advantage. So now they have 2 advantage against stealth, 2 against humanoids, and 2 wild cards in the deserts. Okay, we've done our reinforce action now. One of the nice abilities to unlock for them is double reinforcing, reinforcing twice per turn at the same building. That's something I want to get to as soon as I can as well, but not yet. I need more spirit for that. Basically just have movement left, so I've got 3 movement, As long as I'm within this province, I can always just teleport straight to the spiders next turn. I don't think there's an advantage to being next to them. There might be like bad things from being next to the skulls. So I'm going to just play it safe, and with the last 3 movement, the Spymaster moves 4, I'm just going to move over to the Iron Tops, and I end my turn there, and that means, thanks to the Outlaw King, because we are in the mountains, this is the second time I started playing this one, because I realized I was doing it based on hills, and I just screwed that up so bad that I just started over. So, we get 6 warriors from Gleb the Outlaw King because we ended in the mountains. The mountains, not hills, mountains. Okay. And, yep, we signal the end of the turn by dropping in the tower. Doesn't look like it came out, and we got no events, so we can just move straight on to the Scion's turn. Start of turn for the Scion, they gain 1 spirit. Spirit every turn. Now the Scion, they do have some brigands nearby, but they're in the lake, which is... Oh, I almost forgot, I need to replace the treasure. So the next one up is the Scroll of Burning Sands. You can spend this for 4 magic advantages, which doesn't appear to help us against anyone who's on the board right now. Let's see, the one who isn't on there is the Titan, who is a melee humanoid. Unless there's like a quest that says you need magic stuff, this is not a useful treasure in this game for us. But re-looking at this thing, the Amulet of the Merid does give you wild advantages in lakes. So perhaps we can have our Scion visit the Bazaar, pick this up, and then have them attack the brigands. Because, yeah, advantages in forests. Not many brigands actually in forests at this moment. Let's see. The other special ability of the Scion, whenever they cleanse, remove a skull from any building. So I definitely think we want to start by cleansing again. We're going to cleanse the Citadel that we start at, and 1 skull from any building. So let's take one of the ones from the sanctuary in the back that I can barely see, and we get to remove 1 off of that from their special ability, and right, 2 spirit for having done a heroic action. Now we've got 3 movement and a reinforce action. I kind of want to just go to the bazaar and pick up that treasure. That treasure just seems really nice for who you need to fight right now. Yeah, okay, so going through the mountains, it's a movement of 2. Yep, that's the bazaar, that's the village. They're both triangles, so I confuse them from time to time. So 2 movement, and we're going to do the reinforce action, spend the 2 spirit that we got, and we're going to gain the Amulet of the Merid. Or Merid. Yep, there is a limit that you can only have up to 4 treasures. There's little slots on there. Because of the way I've got it laid out, they don't nicely sit on top. But the Scion has picked up an amulet. And we've got 1 more movement left. So I guess I will move us back to those mountains, sort of on the way to running into those. I'm going to stay with the bazaar. Next turn we can start by getting some gear, and then move over there and fight the brigands. Because one of the gear gives you advantage against stealth, and that would just help us whenever we're fighting brigands, or maybe the final boss. So we're going to stay put there, and that means we've done our heroic action, we've reinforced, so no more things on this turn. So end our turn by dropping a skull in the tower. Oh, and that one came out in the eastern side. Well, I think I might as well just put it where our... Oh, this is a tough one. See, I want him to just go straight into battle, but he also needs to do some cleanse-type things as well. Well, I guess he's going to do cleanse this turn and start battling the next turn. He needs to. Because he's got some skulls to deal with. Okay, no events. Okay, and speaking of, it's now our Brutal Warlord's turn. And his banner ability, let me just double check. Yep, that's a 5. So he gains 5 warriors at the start of each turn. He likes to battle. Okay. But, as previously mentioned, we need to start with a cleanse, probably for each of the characters, just based on how many skulls we started with. So he does a cleanse. Gains 2 spirit for the heroic action. And now he has a reinforce and a movement left. Now, those brigands are on the village. Let's just move straight to that village. We'll do the reinforce action for the village, and we'll even spend that spirit to get 12 warriors instead of 6. So now we're already up to 24 warriors for our warlord. Yep, lording over that ward. So we cleansed, we've moved, we've reinforced. We're just going to stay put because we're probably going to be battling next turn. He's already good for fighting. 2 advantages in hills and 1 just whenever he battles. So he's already got 3 going into a fight with those brigands. I don't think he needs any more, at least to start with. So we're going to end his turn, and time to drop another skull in. Oh, we've got events this time, which makes sense. That's the end of the first month. Okay. The tower awakens. The Bane of Omens invades the soul of the one who bears his mark. The player with the black mark gains a corruption. Okay, so the Spy Master has Feeble. You cannot double your move. Well, out of any of the characters, this one has a movement of 4 and gets to teleport at the beginning of his turn, so that could be worse. But also, your 3rd corruption is game over, so you can't just let him go forever. Okay, starting month 2, and now we're getting our main quests. Okay, the Mark of the Outlaw King. A filthy rat has run off with the gauntlet bearing the mark of my authority. I know where he's hiding. Return with the mark and the rat. So quest in Dayside, and use 3 stealth advantages to gain the Mark of the Outlaw King quest item. So, let's see, where is it? Quest in Dayside. Dayside is at the very northern edge of the map there. It's another lake, which is, I suppose, a bit of a problem, because we don't have too many wild advantages there. Let's see. We could have our Spy Master do that if they had 1 more stealth advantage, which, if we just send them to, like, a bazaar or something, we can do that. Let's see. Oh, sorry, kitty. How quickly can we get there? Because it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, see, now that we can't double our move, we can't get there super fast. But we could teleport, fight, move further over, and end up there next turn. So, yeah, we should have plenty of time to do this with our Spy Master this month. So we need 3 stealth. And a growing cult. More things want to join the Bane's elite assassin squad. They train far from prying eyes. So quest in the Iron Tops, which is exactly where our Spy Master is. And complete the Shattered Keep dungeon, or the squad of assassins will eliminate any rumors of their plans. Ooh, we've got a dungeon. Okay. I'll pull that one out of the dungeon bag. I haven't had to go into this before. So what is this one called? The Shattered Keep. One of the reasons that I need to find it is... Ooh. Well, I've gone through all of them and I didn't see it. Maybe it's... Well, I'll click Spawn Dungeon. Maybe it's not one of these things. The Shattered Keep... Oh, okay. Ruins. Ruins is the key thing. Because I did see that one. There's Forest, Shrine, Ruins. Okay. So the reason I needed to find its little tile here is that it says on the side, Stealth. So that tells us what types of advantages you would need to attempt this. So I'll place the ruins there, and they're in the Iron Tops. And we're beginning month 2. Okay. Put the rest of the dungeons back. So it's our Spy Master's turn. Now, dungeons are a little bit like the adversary in that I believe you can attempt them multiple times. So like every room that you've cleared, you remains cleared for the next time you would go in. We do have humanoid advantages. Maybe that would help us here. But we're not in deserts, so we would have 2 advantages right now, which is definitely not nothing. We could try to quest in there. See, what my plan was was to teleport over to the bazaar, reinforce at the bazaar so that I could gain the stealth, the cloaks, and then I was going to attack the spider with the 3 stealth. But I guess I can go and try to do this main quest with with all this extra stealth. So yeah. Okay, start of the turn, Spymaster gets to teleport. So we'll teleport over to the bazaar. We will reinforce at the bazaar, and now that I can ignore the bad side on the haggle, I'm going to use the haggle die. Because now there's no downside. It's 50% good, 50% no consequence. Okay, that would have been cancel, but we ignore that side, so we just reinforce as normal, which means we are going to get a Dusky Cloaks. This is a gear item, and it just gives you 1 stealth advantage. So you can only have 1 copy of each of these, so I can't just load up on cloaks and get +3 stealth advantage. But now we do have a total of 3 stealth advantage. So we've reinforced, we still have our move and our heroic action, so we can move 3. Ironically, we're going to be back in the mountains, so as long as we end our turn there, we're going to get the 6 warriors again. We've got decent resources to play with. Yeah, let's go questing in this dungeon, which I don't think any dungeons popped up last game, so this will be a first. Yep, the Shattered Keep. Okay. Loose rock crunches under your feet and dust chokes your lungs. Choose your path. Okay, well, we have a total of 3 advantages, assuming, yeah, it said stealth. Yep, it says it down at the bottom. Do I click on that? Oh, okay. Fighting pits. I can lose 8 warriors. Well, I've only got a total of 13 with the Spymaster here, so yeah, I don't want to lose that many. Oh, but 1 advantage applied, no losses. We continue. Oh, neat, I actually have exploration to do here. Lose 6 warriors. Oh, well, now we gain 1 warrior, and I've got 1 advantage left. 14 warriors. Continue. Lose 6 warriors. Kind of want to hold on to the last advantage as long as I can. So I am okay with losing the 6 warriors on this one. We continue. Oh, that was a dead end. Okay. Could have just gone straight to the left. Losing 2 warriors is still something we can do, but I have to be careful, because if we overextend ourselves, like the last thing we're going to have to do, I could get a corruption out of it if I don't have enough to pay the cost. So 2 doesn't seem bad, but it feels like a trap. I think this may be the last one we do. So we'll continue with that. We still have 1 advantage left, but only 6 warriors. Nervous. Oh. Yeah, see, it says lose 4 warriors. I think I'm going to spend the advantage, and this is probably where we're going to have to stop on this quest. So... oh, sweet. Spend 1 potion to gain 4 spirit? That would be awesome if I had any potions, because 4 spirit would be great. Okay, but we've spent all our advantages and we're low on resources. So I'll hit the continue on that. We've resolved it, but now we need to exit the dungeon because we are low on resources and I don't want to get corruptions. So that downside actually was a bad idea to go through, but if we come back into the dungeon next turn, everything that we've explored is going to stay explored. So our Spymaster will probably be able to complete it next turn. Yep, and let's see, quest, complete a quest or explore a dungeon. I need to check to see if I get credit for the heroic action, or if you only get credit when you've completed the dungeon. Be right back. Checking through, they have a nice example for questing dungeons. And in their example, you're out of advantages, you decide to leave, having cleared 2 rooms, but not the dungeon. I got a few more than that. But at the end of this heroic action, you gain 2 spirit. So in their example, they didn't complete the dungeon, but you still gain the spirits from having explored the dungeon. Okay, so we do still get 2 spirit after that. And we do have 1 more movement left over, but I'm going to stay here because if I end my turn in the mountains, the Outlaw King is going to give me 6 more warriors. And we're all set to go in again next turn. Okay, but that is going to end the turn for our Spy Master. I was really hoping I'd be able to get that in 1, but I learned in last game, don't try to overexert yourself. So let's see, is it going to pop out somewhere? I gotta watch the overhead. Nope, but we do have events. What's going on? Rumor. Agents of the tower are infiltrating a citadel, waiting for the one with the black mark to approach. So they're setting a trap at a citadel. That was it. Okay, now it is the Scion's turn. At the start of their turn, they gain 1 spirit. And this person was getting ready to fight at that lake. So the gear, yeah, they were going to gear up to reinforce at the bazaar to gain another dusky cloak. Each person gets to have 1. So now the Scion gets a stealth advantage. Then we're going to move. Hi, Felix. We're going to move our 3 spaces over to the brigands in the lake. And then we're going to fight them. So back into the app. Hey, kitty. Off the board. Off the board. Go on. Go sit down over there. So, fighting some brigands. Yeah. Yep, there's 10 of these. It's all random anyway. So the first one, lose 5 warriors. Okay, so to calculate the advantages, we are currently on a lake. So we have 2 wild advantages in lakes, 1 stealth advantage, and nothing else applies. So we've got a total of 3 advantages. We know there's only going to be 2 cards because this is the level 2 foe, which means I can spend at least 1 advantage on this card. And losing 3 warriors is doable, and then the next card we can put all the way down to the minimum. So we'll trade that 5 in for 2. Scion does not have a lot of warriors to play with. And we'll continue to the next one. Confirm. Lose 2 warriors for each skull on or adjacent to your space. There are 0 skulls on or adjacent to our space, but we have 2 more advantages. Maybe we can turn this into something nice. Aha! Gain 3 warriors, so we got our warriors back. Okay, back up to 7 again. And we finish. So, the brigands in the lake have been defeated. We still have some in the mountains and some in the hills over there. So, for completing a battle, we get 2 spirit. Okay, so we've done our move, we've reinforced, we've battled. It's time to drop a skull into the tower and end this turn. Oh, came out of the east side. I guess I can put it in the sanctuary or something? Yeah, I suppose I'm learning not to overload things, so I'm just going to put it on the citadel. If something would get a 4th skull, it gets destroyed, and I can't remember if all of the skulls go into the supply or if they get removed from the game, but it's bad. Okay, a bottom seal is about to break on the tower, so look at the tower. Okay, looks like the west side is glowing. So we remove the bottom seal on the west side. And, oh, it's got a glyph. Okay, so I'm going to show this. So you can see it's got this sort of target thing on there, and that corresponds to the reinforce action. So now, in order to reinforce in the Western Kingdom, you have to spend a spirit. So that sucks. And anytime that the tower does its rotatey things, this could be replaced with, it could go to face a different side, and maybe that side would be open for skulls to come out in the future. So forgetting about those glyphs is another thing that's super easy to do. Felix must have done that earlier. Okay, but we've removed the seal. And another event. Gleb recruits warriors. The hero with Gleb may spend 1 spirit to gain 12 warriors. That's a great trade-off. It's basically like a free reinforced at a village. So, our Spy Master is gaining a bunch of warriors. Between him and the Warlord, we may get to that 100 warriors faster than expected. But now we've got fresh brigands in the lower Ice Fangs, and that's up in the north. Lots of mountains. We could, if our Spy Master wasn't focused on like doing these dungeons and things, it'd be really nice to send him up there. Okay, anything else? Nope. Okay, so remind me. Okay, yeah, we need stealth advantages for that thing up on the top, so that's also something. Our Spy Master is actually capable of doing both quests at the moment. But it's not their turn, it's the Warlord's turn. So Warlord starts by gaining 5 warriors. And now, do we want to fight first, or do we want to reinforce first, get even more warriors, and just smite these brigands? Oof, tempted to use that haggle die again. Maybe I'll get luckier this time. So, reinforce first. Do I have to say I'm spending the spirit, spend the spirit, and then have it get cancelled? I think that if the die cancels the action, you don't spend the spirit. Because otherwise that would just really, really suck. Yep, quest, reinforced. Yep, the reinforced action is cancelled. So, yeah, it doesn't specifically say, but I'm going to attempt to spend a spirit, gain a reinforce for 12 more warriors, because I'm at the village right now. And let's roll the haggle die. Ah, I got the bad result again. This person does not have the amulet of haggling, so it just cancels my action entirely. Wasted reinforce. Blech. Okay, but we're still in position to battle. So we are battling brigands. Let's see. I'm sure there's an option in here for like settings. Yeah, auto-select battle cards. It's entirely random anyway, so it's silly to make me click on these two these two cards on the thing. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this is our Warlord. They have 1 wild advantage whenever they're in battle, and 2 wild advantages when they're in the hills. So we've got 3 to spend here, and since we can only upgrade one of these twice, we might as well upgrade at least once on each card. So down to lose 3. Yeah, I'm fine with that, because whatever we have on the next one, we're just going to upgrade the next one all the way. And losing 3 is not a terrible card. Lose 2 warriors for each skull on or adjacent to your space. There are no skulls on or adjacent to his space. Aw, man. Well, I just realized Kitty must have pushed the village over into the next space. There was no village there. Forget about the reinforced thing. Oops. Yeah, that's... Kitty pushed it into the wrong spot. Okay. But we're still going to upgrade this thing twice. There's no skulls. So, gain 3 warriors is when that's fully upgraded. So we didn't lose any resources from that battle. Okay, remove the Brigand's token. Okay. So I messed up my reinforce action. Do I go to the village and then make it so that it would have happened as I tried, or would I end up going somewhere else instead? None of them are in hills, so he's not good to go after those other people to fight. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll go to the village. I attempted to reinforce, it didn't work, and I'm going to end in the Greater Tombstones so that he can do a cleanse on his next turn. He did do a battle, so he does get the 2 spirit from having 1. So at least he's not in a terrible spot. Okay, I fixed my mistake from that, and we've reinforced, we battled, we moved. Time to drop a skull in and see what happens. We've got events. A new spider has spawned in the muted forest, which is in the north. Ah. Well, it's in a forest, so that's a good spot for our scion to maybe go after. Okay. Now it is our Spymaster's turn. So Spymaster could teleport around, but we want to finish this dungeon, so we're just going to go straight into the dungeon straight away. Yep, Shattered Keep. So we've got those stealth ones. So do we go west or north? Okay, you surprise the thugs and cut them down like wheat. No advantages required, just instant success. Oh, that was it. You have defeated the would-be assassins. The Bane's elite forces do not grow. Well, I didn't even need to stop last time. I could have just gone one more room. Oh well, but we have completed the dungeon. It is off the board, as is the adversary's quest for this month. Yep, that's been completed. Excellent. He gets 2 spirit for having completed it. And now, we still have reinforce action that we can do. We kind of like to stop in the mountains. Let's see. Is there a battle type thing we can do? Let's see, we've already got a piece of equipment. Is there another one that would be particularly useful here? Oh, I forgot to replenish the treasure deck again. Keep forgetting that. So the next piece of treasure was Askul's Idol. Prevent up to 2 warrior losses per dungeon room, and it gives you a beast advantage. Well, I mean, the beast advantage would be nice against the spiders, especially if it's like stealth beast. That's the kind of thing that I could give to the Spymaster. That would also be somewhat useful. But yeah, it's only effective in dungeon rooms, and I mean, last game I don't think I ever had a dungeon, really. So, limited usability for any of those, really. I think at some point it gives you the option to, like, put all the treasures on the bottom of the deck. So that's not bad. Yeah, I mean, the White Oak thing, just remove 5 skulls from anywhere on the board. That can save your bacon, so that would be worth picking up. So our Spymaster has 4 movement, 4 spirit, a whole bunch of warriors. So where do I want to reinforce is the key. 1, 2, 3. Like, I could get to that citadel. I don't quite have enough to level up something. I've already done battle this turn, so I can't do any more of that. I could pick up another treasure. Tough to say, but I do want to go to the northern province, so I want to end on one of those mountains that's up in that area. That way I can start by just teleporting there and finishing that next turn. Let's see. Oops. So I can reinforce basically at one of the sanctuaries or at the citadel that's nearby. Gain a free potion. Gaining potion's not bad. If I reinforce at the sanctuary, getting up to the 5 spirit, that would allow me to unlock one of these things next turn, so that's not a bad thing. So if I go 1, 2, 3, yeah, we can just go straight to the upper ice fangs there, stop at the sanctuary, and reinforce at the sanctuary to gain 1 spirit. Just the basic reinforce gives you that. Okay, so if we end our turn there, we gain 6 warriors because we're in a mountain. Thank you, Bandit King. And, oh, right, haggle. Always haggle with this guy. So there's the chance I might not get that. Well, this guy gets to ignore the bad haggle result. Oh, he got... Okay, so This side is 3 bonus warriors. So in addition to the reinforcement we also get 3 little guys. Let's see, I think I need to do... I'm going to upgrade into a 5. So yeah, our Spy Master, 33 warriors, on pace with the Warlord. Okay. And our turn, we get the 6 from the other guy, and it's time to drop our skull into the tower to end his turn. Okay, that came out on the north side. Well, I can just put it on the sanctuary where we're standing. Okay, and there are events. A top seal is about to be broken. Okay, which one's coming out? Nope. It's on the side facing me. And it's just empty. I can actually see straight into it. Okay. So, there's more ways for the skulls to pop out towards me now. Spy Master is done. We're over to the Scion. Scion starts their turn by gaining a spirit, and now the Scion has a lot of spirit. Yes, they do. They've got spirit. So, stealth, wild advantages in lakes. Actually, the Scion could handle that quest, except they couldn't really get there, is the problem. They're not nearly as mobile. With a double move, they could reach it. No, that's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because they've got the 2 wild advantages in lakes and 1 stealth, they could actually do it. And then I can have the Spy Master just clean up the brigands instead. Plenty of mountain things to deal with up in the north. That feels pretty good. There's also plenty of things to cleanse up there. So if I do a double move, that will spend 1 spirit. I want to do a quest when I get there, and that leaves a reinforce. And is there something... Yeah, there is something nice to get. So, okay, we're going to spend 1 spirit to do a double move. That means the Scion gets to move 6 this turn. We're going to do our first move to the Citadel, and we'll reinforce at the Citadel. I'm not doing the Haggle Die this time, because I really don't want this to fail. So spend all 5 of their spirit. And this gets us one of their virtues unlocked. And the one I'm unlocking is Anointed. That's 1 wild advantage for each building with no skulls on or adjacent to your space. And I think they're doing pretty well with keeping the skulls off the board. So this should be good. Now finish their move. 2, 3, 4. We're just going to go straight to the spot with the bazaar and the quest marker. So now they've got 2 wild advantages in lakes, 1 stealth from the cloak, and they also get 1 because they're on a building with no skulls. Nothing else is adjacent to them, but still, that's 4 advantages here. So let's do the Mark of the Outlaw King friendly quest. So yeah, use 3 stealth advantages. We can do this. Hold to complete. Okay. Gleb hands you the gauntlet. The leather creaks as you make a fist. Looks good on you. Now go round up some proper scoundrels for the cause. Gain the Mark of the Outlaw King quest item. Well, I've got the Mark of the Outlaw. It doesn't say king, but I think this is it. After you reinforce at a village, gain 5 additional warriors. This isn't a useful thing for the Scion. The Scion really hasn't been reinforcing at villages. But this is, once per turn you can trade between characters on the same space, so if you pass by another person, you could give it to them. Let's see. Now, not 1 space away from the Spy Master, or I would just stop by and hand it off. But yeah, I can make sure that that gets to, say, the Warlord, who loves to reinforce. So we've managed to complete both quests, and it's only turn 5 in this month. Let's see, we do have 1 more space of movement for the Scion. We've already done our reinforce. Oh, we did a quest, so we get the 2 spirit. And, okay, so there's 1 more space of movement. I think I'll just move them to the brigands, simply because That's going to allow, like, the Spy Master next turn, I think we're going to move them to the Brigands, clean them up, and we can hand the Gauntlet over to the Spy Master. I think that's going to work out nicely, and that's going to end the turn for our Scion. So, drop a skull. Nothing came out. Fresh events. The Brigand Strike. Each hero loses one item if a Brigand is on or adjacent to their space. Okay, well that's going to be both the Spy Master and the Scion. The Scion would have been adjacent even if they hadn't moved. So they have to lose an item. Well, it looks like they're each going to have to lose their Dusky Cloaks. I suppose I could get rid of the amulet. Like, the 2 wild advantages in lakes are less useful than 1 stealth advantage. Lakes don't come up very often. And I'd rather have the stealth advantage, especially because I can just trade that over back to the Spy Master who just lost their cloak. So, I think that just goes into the bottom of the deck. There's not really a discard for the treasure items. Okay. So yeah, they each lost 1 item. Yeah, treasures, gear, quest items also count. So I could have lost the Mark of the Outlaw, but I did a quest for it. Okay, good. That's the end of that one. So we're up to the Brutal Warlord, who starts by getting 5 more warriors. Now, nobody's on hills, so no one is a perfect target for him to fight. So I do want to do a cleanse action. We're staying roughly steady on our skull count. So yeah, need to cleanse, and probably just keep reinforcing with him. Let's see, where is the village in the northern quadrant? Ah, it's up there. Let's see, I can't quite get there with him. Nope, you would need 4 actions for that. I suppose it makes sense. They're all that far away from each other for a very specific reason. But he's the one who I really just want to reinforce constantly, because I need to raise an army, so that's this guy's job. So cleanse action, remove the 2 skulls. He gets 2 spirit. Oh, he does have a lot of spirit. Maybe I want to reinforce and unlock one of his virtues. Yep. The battle, if you lost a bunch, after you reinforce, also gains 6 warriors. That would be awesome. That's worth going over to the Citadel to unlock that instead. Yeah, again, he can only reach the 1 with his movement, so we'll just move him straight into those hills. And let's see. So he's going to reinforce it there, and that means he's spending the 5 spirit. Again, no haggling. I don't want to risk this possibly failing. So he spends the 5, and he unlocks Inspiring. So after you reinforce, also gain 6 warriors. And what did he just do? He reinforced. So after that, he gains his 6 warriors. He's up to 40. Okay, so he heroic actioned, he moved, he reinforced. I believe that's it for his turn. So time to drop his skull in. More events. The tower stirs. Okay, the tower's about to rotate. Let's see, I don't have a good way to focus on it, but skulls are very likely to pop out because there's a bunch in there. Rotate. Oh, continue. Keep your fingers clear. Oh, it just did it very, very fast. Not much actually rotated. Ah. Right, but there's no glyph facing this direction now. I've got to check every side. Nope, that side's all full. Okay, there are no glyphs. There's just extra spaces for things to pop out. Yeah, sorry, kitty. Keep bumping her. Okay, foe axe, the spiders. The spiders strike. Move each spider 4 spaces towards you. Lose 1 spirit for each spider on your space. Okay, so this is the warlord who's getting attacked by spiders. So all of the spiders move 4 spaces towards him. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So that one reached him at the Citadel. And 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm going to leave him on the hills because that just seems perfect for me. It gives our warlord something to war against. Okay, those two are both brigands up on the north side. Just double check. Yep, no other tokens for me to worry about. So lose 1 spirit for each spider on your space. Luckily he had 1 more, or we would have taken a corruption. So he lost a spirit, but gained an enemy to fight. Okay, that was the end of the warlord's turn. So we're back to the spy master. And it gives you a rough idea of how many turns are in each one of the months. You only have like 6 months, and the first month is just the 3 turns. So we're just about at the average length of a month. So yeah, the game is essentially has a time limit that it doesn't remind you about too frequently. Okay, it's the Spy Master's turn. So, start of their turn, they can teleport to any space in the current kingdom. And we're going to want that to be the space with the brigands and also the Scion. So with the Scion, we want to do some trading and basically take all of the items from them. Sorry. Move this over slightly. But now we've got our stealth advantage back from... We've got our cloak back. So now it is time to fight the brigands. And I'm not sure if the Spy Master fought brigands yet, but the brigands are stealth humanoids. So our Spy Master has 3 stealth and 2 humanoid advantages, so 5 advantages against this poor brigand. We're gonna smoke them. Yep, brigands. We're gonna be able to fully use all the advantages. We have more advantages than we can spend here. So, lose 5 warriors? Nope. Nope. Oh, hey, gain a potion. First potion we'll be seeing in this game. Nope. Focus in on it. So, the Potion of Purifying Breath. Spent to remove up to 2 skulls from any building. That's nice. Also, potions are often things you have to lose in dungeons or combat. So it's good to just have stuff to spare. Okay, go to the second card. Lose 2 warriors for each skull. Well, there actually is a skull. There are 2 skulls in the building next to us, but we're going to upgrade this twice. And we gain 3 warriors. Let's see, I'll just trade a 5 for 2. Excellent, so we have gained from this battle. And the brigands are defeated. There's only 1 left on the map. I don't think you get any bonuses for defeating all of a certain type of foe. It just means that their foe event is not going to do anything to you. So we have successfully battled and defeated them. We get 2 more spirit. Now we've got a bunch of spirit. And something I really want to do is reinforce. So let's see. Oh, perfect. This is a citadel and it's on mountains. So we're going to move our Spy Master, 1, 2, over to those mountains. And we are going to reinforce there. I want to spend the 5 spirit to unlock an ability. It's going to be the ability to reinforce twice. And because this is our Master of Haggling, we are going to roll the haggle die. It's the blank space. Nothing gained, nothing lost. So we spend our 5 spirit, and we gain Fortunate. You may reinforce twice per turn at the same building. Okay. So we can just reinforce again. And I'm going to reinforce to get a potion. Since I don't have 5 more spirit at the moment, there's nothing preventing me from reinforce again with his ability. I can do that. So haggle die again. Ooh, we got the potion results. So we get a potion from the normal reinforce at a citadel, and we also get a bonus for the result. So what did we get? A potion of the Siren's Song. Spent to move any foe up to 2 spaces. And Potion of Dragon Teeth. Spend to gain 6 warriors. Nice, so now we've got a whole bunch of useful potions. Okay, so the first thing we did was battle, then we moved and we reinforced. We do have up to 2 more movement. So if we really wanted to, we could, say, move into the next kingdom and like use the start of the next turn thing to teleport around and keep going. I mean, the next goal is eliminate the brigands and just get them off the board and start focusing on the spiders or whatever new things pop up. So yeah, we're going to kill them and then maybe reinforce at a village next turn. So we're ending our turn. Because we are in mountains, we gain 6 more warriors. So we've got 42 there and 40 there. So with the, let's see, we only have 1 equipment, like gear. Only the gear counts towards the reduction. So if the Spymaster did it, we would need 90 warriors to unlock the main quest over in these sands. So we're getting close to being able to attempt the main quest. But now it is time to drop for the Spymaster a skull. Yep, that clearly came out of the west. Where do we want to put it on the west, though? I could put it on the Citadel. The Scion does have some nice cleanse abilities, in that one of the virtues is whenever you cleanse, you can remove a skull from a building in your home kingdom. So having them distributed in the Scion's home kingdom is something you can deal with a little bit more easily, like as opposed to trying to concentrate them all up so you can get rid of them with 1 action. Okay, and we've got events at the end of the Spymaster's turn. New wares. This might be the end of the month. Put any number of treasures from the market on the bottom of the treasure deck, then refill the market. So I know 2 of these I definitely want to remove from play. The Acorns of the White Oak, we haven't really needed stuff in the grasslands. It's just, do I want to use that to remove up to 5 skulls from anywhere on the board? I think that's too good. At some point, we're going to get a ton of skulls just popping out somewhere I don't want to deal with. And I think I want to keep that one. I just didn't have the throughput to grab it yet. Okay, new items. The Crown of Azkal. After you reinforce at a sanctuary, also gain spirit equal to the current month and a humanoid advantage. That is a hugely awesome card. Yeah, reinforcing at a sanctuary, that's basically like if the Spymaster is getting rid of their corruption, also gain a whole bunch of spirit back. And as the months go on, it's only going to get better. And the other treasure that just came out, White Cauldron. After you reinforce at a citadel, also gain a potion. So, like if I use the Spymaster's double reinforce thing and I'm like constantly haggling, like just potions out the wazoo. So more things that are awesome. The bonus advantages aren't as amazing for that one. So that was a good treasure session. No, we're still on month 2. Okay. So it's the Scion's turn. They start by getting a spirit. Now, what is the plan for them? The original plan stuff, I think, has pretty much been met. Let's see, the spiders are pretty much set up for the Warlord, so we're going to focus on cleansing. We're still hovering right at 8 skulls in the dish, but it would be nice if I could improve that again. Let's see. Yeah, they can't quite get to any of the farther away things, so our most efficient thing would be to go to the citadel there. So what do I want this person to reinforce at? If they reinforce where they are, that's more spirit, gets them closer to their next unlock for virtue. That sounds really good. This person's not really fighting with the warriors so much, but it's good to have some in reserve. So let's move to that citadel. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, I can reinforce there. There's already 2 skulls. I thought there was only 1. Okay, I'm just going to move to that next door thing then. So move to there. We're going to cleanse there, so get those 2 skulls off the board. We gain 2 spirit for our efforts. Now well, I might as well just continue on because I can go 2 and 3, reinforce at the Citadel, so spend the 5 spirit we've built up, and we're going to unlock another virtue. And the next, oh, I forgot. After you cleanse, remove 1 skull from any building. So let's just take the one from the place we haven't been in forever. Now let's take the one from this guy. Keep that place clean for him. Maybe that skull would make his fight tougher somehow. Okay, now we get over there, we reinforce, we spend the 5, unlock a new virtue. So, it's called Infused. At the start of your turn, remove 1 skull from a building in your home kingdom. So now, every turn, doesn't even have to do anything special, we can just take one of the skulls off of that kingdom. Basically free actions, and keeps the west under control. It's funny how everything's on the farthest side from me, so it's hard to see. Okay, we moved, we cleansed, we finished moving, we reinforced. I believe this is the end of the Scion's turn, so we need to drop a skull into the tower. It actually went through, it came out so fast that I thought I messed it up. Oh, okay, we'll put it on the Citadel. It came out on the south side towards me. I thought maybe I dropped and it bounced off the side, but no, because it's right at the top. Okay. Events. The tower's agents lie in wait. If the player with the black mark is on or adjacent to a citadel, they lose 25 warriors. Oh, that's how that was going to work. They're adjacent to a citadel. So, ouch. 25 warriors. I mean, this is better than gaining a corruption, but that... Okay, now I know what that meant. I didn't go to a citadel, but adjacent to was enough. Okay, the brigands' power increases. So now they've gone from level 3 to level 4, so you have to spend more advantages to reduce the severity of their cards. Okay, now we're at the end of month 2. So we should get new quests. Recruit Nimet. Learning at the foot of Azkal himself, Nimet the Unfathomable knows the secrets of the tower, but she fears it as well. Quell her fear and she will join you. Quest in the Lost Lands and spend 1 treasure to gain her as a companion. Ooh, spending treasure. Okay, so where are the Lost Lands? They're in the west. It's in the corner. So I like to use green to mark the friendly quests. So over to here, and it's spend a treasure. Okay, and what's our adversary quest? Supply and demands. The Bane of Omens is harassing merchants, threatening them if they don't comply. Quest in the Emerald Expanse and spend 20 warriors, or the Bane will hamper the market. So it's right next door to the other one. 20 warriors. Oh, my tower's batteries are critically low. You're likely to get false jams and tower disconnects during your game. Well, I'm going to pause recording and switch out the batteries for the tower. Be right back. We're back. The tower is fresh batteries. So, whose turn was it? Got distracted with all of the fresh month thing. I believe the Scion was the last one to go, because they moved up there, they'd done some cleansing stuff. So that means our Warlord is up next. Yeah, we had 8 turns last month, so that means it's the Warlord's turn. So, start of their turn, 5 more warriors. And we've also been waiting to fight these spiders. The only question is whether we want to reinforce first or second. Let's see, we have no spirit, so I guess we want to fight first, that way we get spirit and we can reinforce for more. So let's find out what fighting a spider is like. Yep, and it actually says on the... I thought it said what these spiders tend to do to you. Let's see. The faux status thing. I think this gives you information about them. So the spiders. Oh, it counts how many are in play. So what do they do? Doesn't really say. I'm surprised. I thought it gave you a hint as to what they did. No, there is a card for them. Okay. Oop. Come on, camera. Recover. Okay. So, Widowmaid Spider. When battling, stealth foes make you lose potions, and beast foes make you lose extra warriors. And they chase heroes and drain their spirit. So there are these nice cards that give you an example of what they are likely to do. I just hadn't grabbed it to look it up. Okay. So we want to battle a spider, double check that that this is a good idea. So always 1 advantage when battling, and plus 2 wild advantages in hills, so we got 3 advantages. And we're going to have to deal with 3 cards here. So he doesn't have any potions to lose. Maybe I want to reinforce at the Citadel first, just to be extra safe. Because maybe we need to have something to lose, otherwise we're going to gain corruptions. That's a good reason to reinforce first. So we're at a Citadel already. Reinforce, you can draw a potion. His potion, Potion of Purifying Breath. Spend to remove 2 skulls from any building. And thanks to his Inspiring After Reinforces, he gains 6 warriors. So he's got even more that he can potentially lose. It's only an issue if you have to lose something he doesn't have. Now we are ready to fight the spider. Okay, Stealth Beast. We got 3 advantages. Okay, lose 2 warriors for each skull on or adjacent to your space. Well, there are none, because we've been keeping this area skull-free, which means that is 0 warriors lost. We don't even need to spend an advantage. Stealth attack, lose 1 potion. It would be nice if I could hold on to that potion. I've got 3 advantages, and I can only spend 2 on any 1 card, so I might as well spend 1 here. Oh, I accidentally double-clicked on it. Didn't mean to, but there's no taking them back after you spent them, so I gain 3 warriors, and I can only increase the last one once. Oh, but this is the skull one again. There are no skulls. I might as well use that last advantage. No losses. Yeah, we crushed that spider. And because we have finished a battle, we gain 2 spirit. Hey, and now we've got a potion for fighting stuff in the future. Alright. Good fight, Warlord. So we've reinforced and we've fought. It's time to move. We might as well move over to the other spider. Because, yeah, they hunted him. Now it is time for the revenge. That's going to end his turn. No other end of turn things, so we're going to drop in a skull. Where's it going to go? Out to the west. So we'll put that also on the Citadel over there. My tower has disconnected. Maybe it didn't reconnect properly with the new batteries. Okay, tower's ready. Okay, good. Events. The tower's about to rotate. Keep your fingers clear. And, you know, what the heck? I'm going to pick up the cameras just so we can see it go from the front just for once. So, rotate. Oh, a whole bunch came out of the west side there. So, yep, you can watch it fly around. So, 3 skulls came out of the west side. I don't see any that came out of the north, so I got to assign these places. But it looks like we're going to be sending the Scion home to deal with this. Because that's a little bit more than 1 per turn is going to be able to handle with their bonuses. Okay. Keep your fingers clear. Rumor. Agents of the tower. Yeah, it says it's ready. Okay, they're infiltrating a bazaar, waiting for the one with the black mark to approach. So now I know I need to stay not just out of the bazaar, but at least one space away from bazaars before this comes to its conclusion. Oh, give the black mark to the player taking the next turn. Well, that's the spy master, so it just goes right back to the same person. But it's nice to know they occasionally move it around on their own. Okay, spy master's turn. Can teleport to anywhere within the province, but we want to be there to fight the last brigands and get them off the board. We have crazy advantages, and now that the brigands are stronger, we get to use most of those 5 advantages. So yeah. So banner move, we're not doing anything. Actually, since the tower rotated, I need to make sure that there aren't any glyphs facing. Nope, no glyphs open. Yeah, we had one from the top level that was exposed earlier, because that can mess with the banner events as well. Okay, we are good. Now we're gonna fight some brigands. Focus in. Yep. Now they're up to savage, so their events are worse. So lose 2 potions. Well, this person has the potions to give, but I've also got, just double check, stealth, 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 2 humanoid. Yep, 5 advantages that I can spend. So I'm going to spend at least 2 here. Yeah, no losses. I'm kind of curious what the third one would be. Like what the benefit would be. So I'm going to go all 3 on this one. Okay, 3 warriors is definitely not a bad thing. I was hoping it might be like that spend a potion to gain 4 spirit or something that we had that one time. But not this time. Ooh, lose 7 warriors and an item. Here's the critical hit one. Each monster has a critical hit card, but I have 2 advantages left. So just lose 4 warriors? Okay, goodbye warriors we just got. That's every advantage I could spend, but we still win. Yep. So, the brigands are off the board. I was hoping for some kind of little event thing, but they can still spawn more. It's not, the brigands have been defeated because you got the last one or something. No. Okay, we gain 2 spirit for completing the battle. Now we've got 4 movement and reinforcing, and we can do the reinforce thing twice at 1 building. So we can't cleanse, but where do we want to go to with our 4? Let's see, those quests. Oof. Yeah, this is the only person with a treasure right now, and I don't want to lose it. But there's also the person who could potentially reinforce twice and just get... You know what, I can go to the bazaar, reinforce there twice, and then keep moving. I don't have to stop there. That way we can be safe and we can be on our way. There's a skull here. It must have popped out at some point and I just didn't see it. So move the skull onto the closest building. So the spy master can move 4. We're going to move first to the bazaar in the plains of Plovo. And we're going to reinforce there twice. So reinforce, really I want extra treasures so that I can spend one, basically. So I'm going to use the special option, the paid option, spend 2 spirit to gain a treasure. Well, I really want the Crown of Azkal just for this character to have, because reinforcing its sanctuaries gives you more spirit and extra humanoid advantages. So what's the best way to put there? That's sort of on top of each other. You have a limit of 4 of those. Let's see what the new treasure is, because I'm looking for something to basically get rid of. The Cloak of Stars. Oh, once per turn, when you enter a space with a foe, place that foe on any space. You can just kick your foes to other spaces. And it's another stealth advantage. Well, I want that one just to fight the boss. But I want something to get rid of right now. So I'll buy... So second reinforce, thanks to the fortunate. I can spend 2 more and get another treasure. So I'm getting the White Cauldron, which after you reinforce at a citadel, also gain a potion. I'm picking this one up specifically to get rid of it, to gain another companion. So I've done my double reinforce. Let's see. Yeah, that's only reinforcing at a village or at a sanctuary or at a citadel. And I reinforced the bazaar. Any of the other ones would have given me bonuses from all these other cards, but not this one. Ah, yeah, I still want to end it at my turn in the mountains, but I also don't want to be next to a bazaar because that made me lose 25 warriors last time it happened. Maybe next time it'll be a corruption. So there's no other mountains for me to stop here, and like to use my whole teleporting ability, I have to be within that kingdom already. So I'm just going to 2, 3, 4. I'm basically surrounded by skulls no matter where I am in the Western Kingdom. But I think that's my best bet. So I battled, move, reinforce, finish the move. Okay, so this time we don't get the extra warriors. I forgot, I've got the haggle die. I did the double reinforce thing. I'm going to roll my 2 potential bonuses on here. Actually, before I even keep moving. So the first treasure I got, also gain 1 gear. So with that one, get the gear, the Blessed Scepter. After you reinforce, remove 1 skull from the building on your space. So I got that with the first treasure. And because I reinforced, I remove a skull from the space. Second treasure, roll the haggle die. Well, that would have been the bad result, but I ignore it because I'm a haggler. So after I reinforce, remove 1 skull from a building in your space. So I got both of the skulls off of that bazaar, and then I can do my move. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Rewound that back to a... I gotta remember the haggle die. It's so easy for me to forget. I often don't want to use it, but gotta use it with him. I got the special gear for it. Okay, now we're ending the Spy Master's turn. Let's see what we got. Events. A middle seal is about to be broken. Okay, it looks like it's on the east side this time. So it's a middle seal. Oh. Okay, that one's a little bit unfortunate. So this seal is the battle seal. So in order to battle in the Eastern Kingdom, you have to spend a spirit. So you gotta remember that. That's gonna come up real soon. And the spiders are getting stronger. Okay, more advantages to avoid losses. Well, there's only 1 spider left on this board. And we're about to try to take it on. We've got plenty of warriors to fight it. But it's not the warlord's turn, it is the scion's turn. So, start of their turn, they gain 1 spirit. And they just want to do some cleansing, cleaning operations here. Let's see. Yeah, wild advantages for buildings with no skulls. Okay, so we're going to start by doing a cleanse on the building that we're on. We're in that citadel. Let's just clear it off so that we don't have to go back to this area. So we cleanse away those 2 skulls. And after you cleanse, remove 1 skull from any building. So let's take one of the ones that's harder to get to. Let's just remove 1 from the sanctuary that's way off to the side. So we've done the cleanse. Oh, I forgot, at the start of your turn, remove 1 skull from a building in your home kingdom. I forgot to do that. Okay, so 4 skulls from a cleanse, pretty good. I already got my spirit, so now we can move 3, and we have a reinforce to do at some spot. We don't have enough to get our last virtue unlocked here. Is this something where we want to go to the bazaar and just... Oh, I forgot to put the next treasure in. Oakstone bow. You can battle a foe on an adjacent space. Terrain advantages use the space you are on. Nice. So you can get those forest advantages from the next space over. Why would a bow give you a melee advantage? I guess it's an advantage over the melee fighters. Because, yeah, with the 2 spirit, our scion friend could run over and grab that. Which is not bad, but there really aren't that many foes on the board at the moment. What is the most effective thing we can do? We need more warriors for the main quest. That is the key #1 thing. So maybe I should go to a village. The spot she is on, there are no villages within 3 to get to. So I guess I just want to run over to here so that I can deal with the 1, 2, 3. We're just going to go there. We are going to reinforce and grab a potion. Because next turn we can cleanse, unlock our last virtue, and just go from there. Another potion of the Siren Song, spent to move any foe up to 2 spaces. Not too many foes on the board. That's not our current problem. Okay, so we've moved, we've reinforced. It's time to drop a skull and end this turn. Off to the west again. Might as well put it because we went there to cleanse. Oh, and events. The tower is about to rotate again. Ah, maybe our warlord isn't going to have to deal with that. Okay, nope. So, now facing me on the south side, we have the quest lore, or the quest glyph. So questing is more difficult in the south. The battle is still facing east, so there's a glyph over there. Ah, we've got the reinforced one is now facing the western kingdom. Nothing to the north. Nothing has even come off of the north side yet. So we've got a glyph on each of these sides, and the reinforced one is in a painful spot right now. Okay. Let's see, is there anything else in there? New wares. Put any number of treasures from the market on the bottom of the deck, then refill. Oh, yeah, the Oakstone Bow. It was the last one that came out. Not impressed by it. I do really want that Cloak of Stars, but I need to wait for the bad event to go by before I can risk having the black marked one go there. Okay, the Spear of Atish. When you defeat a melee foe, gain 10 warriors, and an advantage against beasts. This is something that our warlord could definitely use at the moment for fighting those spiders. And we still haven't met the Titan yet, but it's a melee humanoid. So no more beasts after the spiders are done. Yeah, melee. I guess the Titan would be the only thing with melee even on the map, so the spear is also not the most useful thing. Okay, now it is the warlord's turn finally. They gain their 5 warriors. They're up to 59, it looks like. And they're starting their turn in the hills with a strengthened spider. I believe there's no reason for them not to just lean into this attack. They've got spirit, they've got a potion in reserve. I think they are ready to fight. Yeah, and of course, plenty of warriors. Let's see. But remembering that there's a battle glyph, in order to even attack the spider, we have to spend one of those spirit. Okay. And we've got 3 advantages, so this is probably going to hurt. So lose 4 warriors for each skull on or adjacent to your space. There is nothing, so I'm going to hold on to my 3 advantages and just be thankful that there aren't any skulls. Ooh, lose 2 spirit. Move each other spider 3 spaces towards you. There aren't any other ones, but I don't have 2 spirit. So let's improve that once. It's 1 spirit, which I can do. Losing spirit kind of sucks, but I wonder what the last card is. I'm going to have 2 more left. I think it's okay just losing the 1 spirit here. And the last thing, I'll just upgrade twice. Boop. And lose 2 potions. No, thank you. No losses. So I'm still holding on to that potion. Okay, we have defeated the Widow Spider, and there are no spiders on the board. We have cleared the board of foes. Haha. Now for winning the battle, we get 2 spirits, so he's just right back to where he was at the start. Okay, so he's done his heroic action. He's got a move of up to 3 and then a reinforce. This is the guy who I really wanted to get the reinforce at villages mark, but I ended up giving it to the Spy Master instead, who hasn't been holding up their end of the army building. So I think I just need to move the warlord. Yeah, to the village. Let's see, I could go... That's 4 away, so I can only get to this village. So yeah, we're going to go there, and we are going to raise troops. So spend a spirit, reinforcing for the extra spend option gives you 12 troops, and because he's inspiring, he also gains 6 more. So I need to trade in for a couple more of these 5s, because he's got so many troops. Okay, so what is he really running at? He's got... That's 77 troops that he has. He doesn't have any gear, though. But you can basically trade the warriors, the spirit, any of the items. The only things you can't trade are the virtues and corruptions between the characters. So as long as I've got 100 between them, and the Spy Master could get by with only 80 because he's got 2 gear. So if I just moved all the warriors over, we could still handle it. Okay, so I moved 2 to get to there, and that means I can move, like, trying to get to another village in a different... I could get to the northern village, but there's no reason for me to go to the north right now. I guess I just want to leave him in that village and just keep building troops every time I possibly can. But there's no one to battle, so yeah, I don't think I can cleanse with no skulls. So I think just to get him spirit, I would want to move him towards here. But then I can't raise troops at the same time. Troops are more important than getting spirit, but he's not going to be able to do a heroic action next turn unless something shows up for him to fight. Unfortunate, but I think that's the best trade-off. So that's going to do it for his turn. He battled, he reinforced. Let's drop it in. West side again. That poor Western Kingdom. I mean, I guess it's good for it to be in the Western Kingdom, because we have people who can handle it over there. Now, events for the Warlord's turn. Oh, it's the big guy. The Titan has spawned in the Mountains of the Watchers. There's only 1 token for this guy. So the Titan is a melee humanoid. He's a big boy. So yeah, he's level 4, so you have to deal with 4 cards when fighting him. Oh, new brigands in the hills. Well, this is perfect, because our warlord needs someone to fight, and they're in the hills for him. Perfect. Okay, that was the end of the warlord's turn. So now it's the Spy Master. The Spy Master can basically teleport within the current kingdom, and I know the heroic action here is going to be doing a quest. So we can spend a treasure to recruit Nimet, or Nimet. Yep, learning at the foot of Azkal himself. Nimet, the Unfathomable, knows the secrets of the tower. Ah, we read that already. So quest here and spend 1 treasure. So we are spending the White Cauldron treasure. And just bottom of the stack. So we have quested, hold to complete. The tower is angry. Oh, right. Nope, that's the reinforce action. The questing is on this side. Gotta make sure I'm respecting all the rules. You have lifted a great burden from me. I cannot give more thanks than my service. Gain Nimet as a companion. What does she do? I probably should have looked up what she does before spending the effort to recruit her, but I just assume companions are very good. So, we got her card. Spend 3 spirit to place a seal on the tower. You can do this once per turn. Nice, we can seal things up. And 2 magic advantages. Well, the magic advantages aren't as useful. But, yep, any number of companions. So yeah, our Spy Master is definitely our superhero for this game. Okay, so 1 of those completed. Now, in order to do the adversary quest, you have to spend 20 warriors, which our Spy Master does not currently have. Oof. Let's see. And reinforcing over there is actually a pain right now. So we can move up to 4. We don't have enough to deal with this right now. I can move over here, reinforce, and get extra warriors, and then end in the mountains to get even more warriors. Let's see. Oh, right. I just quested, so I get the 2 spirit, because I need that spirit to get more warriors. So I think what I'll do is I'll keep moving around to the south. So starting with our movement, 1, 2, 3. We make it to the village. Over here, there's no penalty to reinforce. So we are going to reinforce at the village, spending 1 of the spirit to gain 12 warriors. And we now have enough to do the quest over there with our 28 warriors. And after you reinforce at a village, gain 5 additional warriors. I'm actually almost out of the little warrior tokens. I'm going to have to make substitutes soon. But yeah, between them, we have enough to deal with that quest now. Okay, I've got 1 more movement. So I'm going to move over to Little Sister. Yeah, making sure I'm not next to a bazaar. So end my movement there, and now I end my turn in mountains, gaining 6 additional warriors. So definitely getting all the warriors we're going to need for this battle to kick off. But my 5s are all gone now. And that does end the Spy Master's turn, so I need to drop in a skull. Yep, came out on the south side. Put it on the Citadel there. And we've got events. The tower is about to rotate. Keep your fingers clear. Okay, that's 3 on the east side. Just came out. Let's see, anything on the north? Doesn't look like it. So I need to move these around there. I think these will be like the extra removal from the Scion's turn. Will just be to clean up these single skulls. And leave 2 on the Citadel there. Okay, the tower has rotated. A middle seal is about to be broken. It's on the far side from me. So middle seal. And that's the one with the battles. So battling in the north is now difficult. And let's look at what has rotated. So we only have openings on this side and this side. And now we've got the banner action over in the west. So to take your banner action, you have to spend a spirit, which is just going to negate the Scion's thing. But most of the seals are now covered. So it's battles in the north and the banner action, so the start of the turn action in the west now requires spirit. Event. Gleb recruits warriors. The hero with Gleb may spend 1 spirit to recruit 12 warriors. And now I need to come up with a heuristic here. So if I'm getting 12 more, and I spend these 13, so this purple is a 25. Yeah. Well, I suppose if I trade over with him, I can just make it a solid 50, because he's got so many, and then I get some back. Okay, so that purple is actually 50 warriors up there. And our Spy Master gets to have his full troops here. So he also has 50. Cool, so he's got 77, he's got 51. We have enough troops to take on the main quest. We just really need to get there. Okay, that's it for the events. So the Scion's turn is starting. Because the banner is highlighted here, I could spend a spirit and then gain 1 back. We may as well just skip the banner phase. So we desperately need to cleanse. At the start of the turn, remove 1 skull from a building in your home kingdom. So we get 1 for free. Now we cleanse, so we clear off the Citadel. We gain the 2 spirit from that. And we are also remove 1 skull from any building. So let's just take the extra 1 off the Citadel over there. Excellent. So heroic action. Now we've got our 3 movement and a reinforce action. Simply starting over here kind of sucks. But now that this is down to 3, I feel like we can move the Scion over to other areas and rely on that start of turn thing until that gets messy again. So our Scion is free. Actually, yeah, we can move them to the Citadel over here. We can do a cleanse over here next turn, but that's also going to allow us, if we reinforce here, we can get the last virtue for the Scion character. So the last one that we've unlocked is spend 1 spirit to prevent up to 6 warrior losses from a battle card or dungeon room. So basically the spirit has basically turned into shields for us, which is nice because this character now really doesn't have like virtues to spend the spirit on. They'll probably be gaining more of it as much as they can. So we can spend it on treasures or just beefing up for battle. So we've moved, let's see, I think I've got 1 more movement potentially, but I just want to stay here. Now we can use our banner action and we can cleanse there next turn. So we're going to end the turn for the Scion, dropping a skull in. I've got a nice full skull dish now, so I'm happy with that. Okay, events. What do we got? The tower's agents lie in wait. If the player with a black mark is on or adjacent to a bazaar, they lose 25 warriors. They are not on or adjacent. So we've dodged it, and now the bazaars are open to us again. Oh, we have a new spider. Yeah, because I got rid of all the old ones. In the upper ice fangs that are in the northern area. So that is where this sanctuary is. Okay. Are they still savage? Check its stats. Ah, yep, the spiders are still savage. They remain leveled up. Oh, yeah, that Titan. The Titan is in the mountains, which we don't have a particular advantage against. So that's a bit of a pain. It is the Warlord's turn, so let's just do everything in order. At the start of his turn, he gains 5 warriors. So he really is beefing up on these things. Now I can basically have everyone meet up at this point. Let's see, that one's off the board. We do still have an enemy quest to spend 20 warriors or he'll sabotage the market. I'm not sure I need much more from the market. I don't think I need to do this one. I can just focus on getting to the exposing the boss. So, I think the first thing I want to do is recruit warriors from the village because this is the warlord and that is what he does. So we're getting another 12 by spending a spirit. And he's got 94 warriors entirely on his own. Alright, and after he reinforces, he gets 6 more. So he's got the even 100 all by himself. Got exactly 100. Okay, so he could just trigger that quest himself. So he's reinforced. Now we're going to move. We're still going to keep these brigands off the board. So let's fight them. He still is extra good at this. So it's in the hills. He's got 2 from that and a wild advantage from battling. Yeah, he's not really getting stronger. Okay, lose 7 warriors and an item. Well, he's got 3 advantages to spend. This is the critical. Let's just drop that down until we don't have to lose the item anymore. Okay. Losing 4 warriors is acceptable, although that does bring him down below the threshold again. So, continue, and then lose 4 for each skull on or adjacent to your space. There are no skulls adjacent to his space. Use the last one and then confirm. Okay, the brigands are back off the board, and we get 2 more spirit for our warlord. Okay, he needs 4 more warriors back. But he's going to get 6 warriors no matter where he reinforces next turn. So I think I can move him to the citadel with the skull on it, like reinforce there for a potion or something, and then move up to the quest on the next turn. Because from the village he can't get to the quest location. So we'll move 2 and 3. He's already reinforced, he's done his battle this turn, and he's finished moving. Oh. Cancel that. Okay. All cut up, so it's his end of turn skull time. More events. The foe's power increases. The power of Titans, there is only one, has increased. They have changed from ready to savage, so they are more powerful than before. I mean, if I never have to encounter the Titan, that feels good. That feels like that would work. Okay, Spymaster starts their turn. They can teleport to anywhere within their current province. Whew. Now, what is the best thing to do here? We could just complete this quest, because we can teleport there. I also can get more useful treasures. Like after I complete the quest, I'll have the 2 to spend to gain the extra stealth. To just move the Titan out of the way. So, because the Warlord is going to be handling activating that quest, the Spymaster needs to get stronger to fight the adversary. So we're teleporting over to there. Now we can spend 20 warriors. So we're questing. And, yep. So you will not be able to hamper the market. Spend these 20 warriors. We still have 30 plus. Okay. Hold to complete. Okay. The bazaars will function as normal. Okay. So bad stuff is off the board. So we've moved. That was a quest, so our Spymaster does get those 2. Now we are at a bazaar, so I'm going to reinforce at the bazaar. Might as well remember to do the haggle die first this time. So, haggle die, free potion. Yep. But I'm also spending the 2 spirit to gain a treasure, which is going to be the Cloak of Stars, so 1 stealth advantage, and once per turn when you enter a space with a foe, place that foe on any space. So I can just bump into the Titan and exile it to the farthest reaches where we're not going. Okay, so that was the first one. Let's replenish the treasure. It's the Tears of the Shadow. When you defeat a stealth foe, gain a potion. +1 undead advantage. That doesn't seem particularly great to me. And the potion we got from our bonus is Potion of Fortune's Favor. +1 wild advantage. That's another excellent potion that we've stocked up on. And what else do we have here? Oh, well, we can reinforce at this location again, just get a gear, and we'll also haggle again, because this is just free stuff. 3 free warriors. Excellent. So those 3, and what gear do we want? Well, we've already got the stealth bonus, and the Scepters of Power. As far as I know, we don't need the melee bonus, so let's get the leather armor. Prevent up to 2 warrior losses per battle card. This is really just prepping for that final battle. Okay. So we've done the 2 reinforces provided by his fortunate ability. So he teleported over to here, finished the quest. He's reinforced. So now the only thing we have left is our movement, which is up to 4, so there's plenty of it. Now, when I move into the space with the Titan, because I have the Starry Cloak, I can just bump him anywhere I want. So, I mean, that sounds great to me. So, move into his space, we're just going to exile him into the mountains, the Lodestone Mountains way up there. And then I've got 3 more movement. Let's see, I can't reach the Little Sister, but I can go to the Iron Tops, and the Outlaw King is going to give me 6 warriors. So we're still strengthening up and getting ready for that final battle. We do need more spirit, I think, to get into that last battle, but otherwise I still think we're doing great. So that was end of the turn. Let's drop in the skull and see what happens. And right out the east side. Drop it at the village, I guess. And more events. Nemet's magic is as inscrutable as it is powerful. The hero with Nemet may spend 1 treasure to gain 5 spirit. We've got Nemet here. 5 spirit would be amazing, but these are all treasures that I really, really want, that I want to keep hold of for one reason or another. So I'm sadly going to not do that. New brigands up in the Lodestone Mountains, which is where I kicked the Titan off to. Month 3 has ended. Month 4 begins. New quests. Recruit Tomas. Tomas the Scout. But I think it just ran out of power. That must have been what happened, so I guess I'm going to have to resume this later. That's a bit annoying. Sorry about that. I'll be back. We're back. I've given it an hour or so to charge. Everything says that it's loading. We were about to start month 4. Okay, so it looks like it lost the context of the last skull that I dropped in, which I think was stored in there, so it looks like I've basically lost a turn because there's a skull somewhere in there that basically hasn't been counted. But I'm pretty sure that actually supply and demands, I completed that as well. So this was also the last thing we did before it shut off. So it just didn't save that. And let's make sure... Nope, there weren't any other battles we quested. So this is the end of the Spy Master's turn. We've already gotten all of our resources for that. So if I knew where it was, I could take the 1 skull out that was in there, but I don't know which one it was, so I'm just going to drop another skull in there, and basically I should have 1 more skull than what my supply is going to be. Hopefully it won't make a difference. Let's end the Spy Master's turn again. Okay, events, this should be... Yep, so we chose not to do that last time. It's putting the brigands in a different spot this time. Last time it put them in the Lodestone. I'm just going to leave them where they were. Okay, month ended. So month 4 was like recruit Tomas. At the very least, because it has like a seed, it should be reproducible from the state that it was in. Yeah, so we have essentially resumed where we were before it shut off. And the only thing I've lost is I used 1 more skull than I should have had to get back to this. So, new companion quest, recruiting Tomas. The Scout seeks refuge for the common folk to hide them safely from the looming menace of the tower. Help him in his work and he's sure to join your ranks. So quest in the Tower Scar Desert, which is on the north side. It's the one desert that's hardest for me to see. So you have to spend 2 gear and a potion to gain him, and let's see what he does this time before I decide to go recruit him. Okay, so his bonus, you don't need to spend spirit to double your move, but he gives you 2 stealth advantages. 2 stealth advantages... sounds very useful. So he is worth recruiting to our cause after all. So 2 gear and a potion. But we do at least have, say, a couple of gear. So yeah, if we send our Spy Master over there, that would be nice. And a friend of my enemy. An elite squad of assassins hide in the shadow of the tower, ready to eliminate those who aid the heroes. So quest in the Throne, which is right next to our Spy Master here. and spend 2 treasures or the Bane will eliminate companions. Well, if I get a choice, I could get rid of Nimit. But yeah, otherwise that's... Yeah, you have to spend treasures to do it. I don't want to lose the treasures I've got. We're beginning month 4. Okay, so it is the Scion's turn, and I need to, since it's been a little bit, double check. Yeah, we've got the banners over there, and we've got a battle glyph in the north side. So that spider is going to be a bit of a pain to get rid of up there. But aside from that, we are ready to resume. So the Scion gains a spirit at the start of their turn. Also at the start of their turn, you remove a skull from a building in their home kingdom. 1 more off the board. Wild advantages in forest. And an extra wild advantage for each building with no skulls on or adjacent to your space. That part's fairly nice. But I think we just wanted to cleanse this citadel first. That's also going to give us a couple more spirit. So now we've got movement and reinforcement. This is the kind of person where I can basically send the Scion just get a couple of treasures to deal with the throne quest over there, so I just don't end up losing anything. Because her primary responsibility has been cleaning the skulls, and she's doing a great job of that. So we'll just do a basic move over to the bazaar, and our reinforce will be to spend 2 of that spirit she just picked up. For the moment, let's just pick up Tears of the Shadu. So when you defeat a stealth foe, gain a potion, and an undead advantage, which won't be useful in this game. Okay, we'll replenish with a new treasure. The Axe of Soul Rending. When you defeat a magic foe, gain an additional spirit, and advantages against humanoids. That one is useful. Okay, we do have up to 2 more movements that we can do. So I can move her towards the next bazaar, or towards the sanctuary, because we need a heroic action to do it. It's basically going to be the cleanse action. Let's see. I did cleanse the Citadel to start the turn, and forgetting all of their different abilities, I think, but after you cleanse, you remove 1 skull from any building. Let's take one of the ones from the hills over there. Hopefully I haven't mixed too many things up. So grab that one thing. We have 2 more movement. Let's move towards the sanctuary so that we've got a cleanse action for next turn. And that's going to end this turn. Let's drop our skull on the top. And it came straight out the south side. Might as well put it on that sanctuary we're heading towards. We've got events. A bottom seal is about to break. Nope, it's the one closest to me. And there were 2 skulls that popped out. Okay, we've got 5 seals off of the tower now. Okay, well, where am I going to put these 2? I can put them on the village. I can put them back on the citadel. They do have to be in the south, though. So we'll put them on the village. No other new things? Rumor. Agents of the tower are infiltrating a bazaar, waiting for the black mark to approach. So we need to avoid the trading centers again. And spiders. Nope, there is 1 spider. So move each spider 6 spaces towards you. Lose 1 spirit for each spider on your space. So it's going after the Scion. With 6 spaces, I'm sure it can make it. 3, 4, 5, yeah. It barely made it, but it made it. And you have to lose 1 spirit. We have that to lose, though, so no corruptions gained. And that's it for the Scion's turn. So, our warlord is back up to... Actually, yeah, because they got the 5 at the start of their turn. They now have 101 warriors. Which means we can actually spend our heroic action questing on the main quest for this. because they've got 100, no discounts necessary. So 2 movement, heroic action. So we could reinforce at the Citadel for a potion. I'm not sure if we want to do that first or wait, but after we've moved there, we won't be in position to reinforce again. So let's just reinforce at the Citadel first. Just do the basic one, so we gain 1 potion. Potion of 1,000 strides. Spend to move up any hero up to 3 spaces. So that's nice. And he also has the, because he's inspiring, after he reinforces, he gets 6 more warriors. Okay, let's move. I got another kitty up here. So we have moved to the main quest space in the Bleak Wastes. We have 1 left over, and now we're going to quest. Yep, no glyphs in our way for this. So the main goal, spend 100 warriors. Spend 10 less for each gear you have, but no, we've got 100 because this purple is a stand-in for 50. And we've got 10 of these 5 counters. So our warlord is going to have 7 warriors left over. Yes, Felix. So many warriors. Please don't mess with them. Now, hold to complete the quest. Hang on, kitty. You got my shirt. Not too bad. Didn't rip it open. Now you're happy. Okay, hold to complete. Okay. Gleb and his army gather outside the tower. With a roar, they charge, losing many warriors before breaking through, leaving the adversary with no place to hide. The Bane of Omens emerges. A swirl of black mist issues from the tower and dissipates. The Bane of Omens slowly draws its blades as it shimmers in and out of view. He's purring, but he doesn't want to sit still. Okay, so we're going to get to place his token on the board somewhere. We've lured him out. And he spawns, oh, of course, at the bazaar, up in the farthest corner. Well, now that, nope, we got rid of the one thing that gave advantages in the lakes. Oh, well. So he's on the board. We can start attacking him. Reminder. When you battle the adversary, you draw 5 cards and must resolve at least 1 card. After each card, you can retreat or continue to the next card. Improvements to their cards from advantages remain for future battles if you choose those cards. So you may not get the same 5 cards as last time, but if you do and you improved it, it stays improved on future attempts. So let's see, we're still on the Brutal Warlord's turn. That was the middle of it, so we did our questing. The foe is on the board, and we gain 2 spirit for having done some quest stuff. So we have 1 movement remaining. Yeah, what do we want to go after with this guy? So with our last movement, with this Brutal Warlord, we could have him keep going after the other things, but I think the best bet is to keep having him... Felix messed all of the Warlord's virtues up again. Okay, keep sending him over towards the villages, have him recruit. Recruit, and then give all that stuff to an overpowered spy master. So, we'll end his turn, see what's coming up next. To the east. Put it at the bazaar. So, new events. The tower is going to rotate. So, gotta keep my eyes open for skulls popping out. Okay, 1 on the north. Okay, 1 to the north. We'll put that in the citadel. Let's keep it away from the adversary, if we can. Okay. Nope, more events. New wares, so we can move things out of the market. The spear was definitely disappointing. An extra humanoid advantage is just great for the boss. We've been doing okay with the skulls. So I think I will finally turf the acorns of the white oak. That means we get 2 new treasures out. So first one, Scroll of Twilight Shadow. So spend for 4 stealth advantages. Well, that's going to be useful this time. And the Lamp of Hope. When you cleanse, you can remove skulls from any space. Well, heck, let's just give that to our scion if we can. Great, so much more useful things coming out this time. And no other events there, which means Warlord is done. We're on to our Spymaster. So let's take stock of the advantages we would have against the boss. We have stealth advantages 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got 2 more against humanoids. So that'd be a total of 6 right now. Yeah, if we reinforced at a sanctuary, we would also get a whole bunch of spirit, which is not a bad plan. Maybe do a cleanse, that would get us a couple points. And then if we reinforce there, the current month is 4, so just reinforcing at a sanctuary would give us all the way up to, it would give us 4, because the current month is 4. And then just the normal reinforce would give us another one, so that'd be like 7 spirit all in one turn. Are there these other virtues? Let's see, when you complete a monthly quest, you can remove a foe instead of gaining spirit. Or, at the end of each month, gain 15 warriors. Neither of those is super impressive. You know, I can reinforce twice, and this treasure that says gain spirit equal to the current month doesn't say once per turn. So if I moved to the sanctuary, like used my start of turn teleport to go to the sanctuary, I can reinforce here twice, and that would give me like 10 spirit, and then I could move and still, let's see, I could take a heroic action. Probably the best one would still just be to cleanse here, but I can get all the way to the northern side on the following turn, so that seems pretty good. Let's see, gotta stay away from those bazaars though. Yeah, I mean, just having a ton of spirit to potentially spend on stuff is great. In fact, I don't even need to use the heroic action here, because the Spymaster has the scepter. After you reinforce, remove a skull from the building on your space. So the teleport here was free. Let's see, the reinforce action. Because I've got the sigil that's lit up there, you have to spend another spirit to reinforce here, and I currently have no spirit. So even if I reinforce twice, so it's going to force me to spend my heroic action doing a cleanse to get rid of the skulls at the start. A little bit of a waste, but having an enormous stockpile of spirit just seems like it's so good. So we'll go for that. So I'll still teleport here at the start of the turn. I have to use the heroic action to cleanse so that I get enough spirit that I can actually reinforce at this location. So I get that at the start. Yep, checking everything else, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. I think we're good. So I've done the cleanse, heroic action. Now I'm going to reinforce. So we do the first one, and I can use the haggle die to see if I can get any extra bonuses here. Okay, free potion. So we've got a potion, and we've also got the normal reinforce at a sanctuary, gives us 1 spirit, but thanks to, which one is that? The Crown of Azkal. After you reinforce sanctuary, gain spirit equal to the current month, which is 4. So that reinforce gives us 5 spirit. First time we get to use the bulk tokens for that one. And then we're going to do it again. Well, let's see what the potion was first. Potion of the Golden Sun. Spend to gain 1 spirit. So we have plenty of potions that we can toss as needed when we're fighting the boss. Okay, now we do it again. So we spend 1 spirit so that we can take the reinforce action, thanks to those pesky glyphs. So we're going to get the 1+4 again. And let's see what the haggle die gives us. Missed. Okay, blank this time. Okay, so 10 spirit, we could double upgrade virtues. But the virtues, the remaining ones, aren't great for what's on the board right now. So we've done our heroic action. We've reinforced both times that we're allowed to. So now we've got our move of 4 that we're still able to do. Let's see, and if I end in a mountain, so 1, 2, 3, 4. If I end in the mountain, I'm going to get 6 warriors at the end of the turn. Oh, neat, I'm in a sanctuary space as well. Let's see. Oh, if I spend 2 gear and a potion... Well, I'll still stay here next time. I do have some gear that I could get rid of and plenty of potions to recruit Tomas, but I want to end this turn in the mountains just so that I get the 6 warriors from our Outlaw King friend. Yep, that was the end of turn, so we've got that bonus, and let's drop our skull. Okay, events. Nemit's magic is as inscrutable as powerful. You may spend a treasure to gain 5 spirit. We are in great shape on spirit. I'd rather have the treasures. Okay, the Titan Axe. It's currently in the far corner. Destroy a building in the Titan's kingdom, then move the Titan to any building space in the next kingdom clockwise. So it's just straight destroying it. Interesting. Now, it is in the Northern Kingdom right now, so it isn't actually... it won't give a corruption to a character, but the Titan just straight up destroys it. So, building in the current kingdom, let's destroy that bazaar. I don't think it was going to help us, and because we know they keep attacking the dang bazaars, that's going to allow us to do something else. Let's put this guy in the space with the hills there. Maybe we can have our warlord try to take him out. And next kingdom clockwise, so he goes to the east. Okay, and that means it's the start of the Scion's turn. She gets her starting spirit. And she's near those spiders in the grasslands right now. They are stealth beasts, so she really isn't set up to fight them. They're not in a forest, not these other things. Let's see, at the start of your turn, remove 1 skull from your home kingdom. So that one at least was free. We can send them to cleanse the next thing. So I mean, that's something. So we'll move there, cleanse the village. So we're going to get the 2 spirit from that. And after you cleanse, remove 1 skull from any building. Let's remove as many skulls as we can from the spot where the adversary is. So that skull is out of the north. So we've got 2 more movement. We can also reinforce. This person probably needs more of these warriors. So we're already in the village. Let's just reinforce. Spend a spirit to gain 12. Change there. And now we've got 19 warriors accompanying our Scion. That should be enough for most use cases. Let's see, we've got 2 more. I suppose we should move towards the bazaar over here, and they can keep doing their cleansing work. And if the spider follows them over there, in the forest, they'll get some nice bonuses. 2 treasures, that also lines up with going towards the bazaar. So we're going to end the Scion's turn. See what we get. I didn't hear it pop out. Events. Tower's about to rotate. Top, middle, bottom. Okay, 2 skulls popped out in the south. Let's place them on the sanctuary. I didn't see any pop out on the north or any other side. Right, now we need to examine the glyphs. So we have the cleanse glyph is facing the southern side. Nothing on the east. We've got the reinforce glyph is over on the west. And nothing on the north side. Okay. Oh, the brigands have increased power again. There's only the one on the board, and they're way far away. So far, they've only been attacking people next to them, so if we just stay away. Oh, the spider's now at max power as well. Gross. That was the Scion. We're back up to the Warlord. Starts by getting 5 warriors. So let's see. Let's take a look at the Titan's card and see what bad things the Titan likes to do. So melee foes make you lose gear, and humanoid foes add skulls to buildings. Well, he doesn't have much gear. He's only got a couple of potions he's holding on to right now. He's not really set up to fight that thing. That said, he does have a melee advantage, 1 wild when battling, and 2 wild advantages in hills, so he has 4 advantages. But he would need to do it all in one battle. And he's probably going to add skulls to buildings, make him lose gear. He's not ready for this fight, unfortunately. Let's see, nearest bazaar is over here, which is not too close, but that would allow him to, say, grab a longsword for more advantages. And he can go after the Titan next turn, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, Titan destroying buildings just instantly gives a corruption to the corresponding character. We got lucky with the North one because there was, well, no one has that as their home province. If I reinforce there, I think this is going to work out. So we'll just do our move over to here. Heroic action, he can cleanse. Just get that one skull off the building. Gets a couple more spirit, so he is charging up. And he could get one of these useful things. For the most part, I still want to give these to the Spy Master, although there's no bazaar up there anymore. Maybe I should have gotten rid of a different building. The Titan is melee humanoid. Right, but I was specifically going there for gear. So we're grabbing the gear longsword. Just gives 1 melee advantage to the Warlord. That's going to help him in fighting the Titan. So not spending the spirit on that. It was a full 3 over here. He heroic actioned, he reinforced. We're ending his turn. Right, he's inspiring. Whenever he reinforces, he gets another 6. And now he's done. So let's drop the skull in for the Warlord. Oh, that went out the north side. And we've got more events. Okay, skulls down. What do we have? Gleb recruits warriors. The hero with Gleb may spend 1 spirit for 12 warriors. So we'll cash in one of those 5s we picked up and gain 12 more warriors. So it looks like we're in good shape, but the bosses are tough. We need an army to take them on. Any other events? Destroy a building in his current kingdom, which is the North Kingdom again. So what are we destroying next? I don't want to destroy the Citadel because that's just going to remove that skull from play. We'll destroy this village. And again, there's nobody has that as their home kingdom, so it doesn't give us more corruptions. Whew, very dangerous though. Okay, now it is our Spy Master's turn. I think we are ready to start fighting the adversary. So we can teleport straight to his current position. Oh, here's the question. If we do the quest, we can't battle this turn, but if we quest and get Tomas for the 2 gear and a potion, like having 2 more advantages every turn, yeah, the stealth advantages is just too useful. So, yep, gonna do it. So teleport there. Which gear are we gonna get rid of? The scepter and the leather armor, and then 1 potion. Let's spend a potion that, yeah, the one that just gives us a spirit. We are very heavy in spirit at the moment. And now we are ready to do the quest for Tomas. So we're questing. The people are safe for now. Tomas thanks you for your aid and offers his in return. So now we've got 2 more stealth advantages, and you don't need to spend spirit to double your move, but we can't do that because of a corruption anyway. So our Spy Master has so many cards they are not fitting in his tableau anymore. But I think we are ready to attack this enemy now. Reinforcement. So we've done our heroic action, which means we've gained 2 more. So I'm just going to trade out 3 for 5. We have ludicrous levels of spirit still. Remove the quest marker from the board. So that was a teleport. We've done a heroic action. We can still do our whole double reinforce deal. And since that's in the mountains right here, I figure we can just end our turn right there. And now, so we're going to do reinforcement twice, which, thanks to the combo that we've got set up here, means we're going to be doing the haggling thing twice, and we're also going to get 5 spirit. Now, I can spend 5 spirit to get rid of this corruption, and I think I want to do that just because if this boss gives you corruptions, he might just give you corruptions in the middle of the battle. So even though this corruption hasn't been hurting me all game, I still just want it gone. So the first one we're going to do at the Sanctuary, we are going to spend 5 spirit at the Sanctuary to reinforce and cure all of our corruptions. So that corruption goes away. But because we're reinforcing, gotta track everything that happens. So, not at a village. When you reinforce at a sanctuary, it doesn't say which one, gain spirit equal to the current month. So we gain 4 spirit. We didn't use the basic one, so we've only gone up by 4. And we can use our haggle die, because we know it's not going to cancel. I just did that first. Another free potion. Potion of Golden Sun. Spend to gain a spirit. Okay. So that was our first reinforce action. Because if they're fortunate, we can do it again. And this time we're going to do the regular one, because we don't have corruptions to get rid of, so we're going to end up gaining 5 spirit. Let's roll our haggle die. Nope, it would have been the bad result that cancels, but we are an expert haggler, so it's just a blank. So we go ahead and get our 5 spirit, the 1 from the regular action, and the 4 because it's the 4th month. Whew. So now we got 15 spirit and a whole bunch of warriors. Yep, we're just going to end our turn in this space. Because we are in mountains, we gain 6 more warriors. And next turn, we are going to start fighting this boss. We have tons of advantages. Let's get to it. Well, starting next turn. Okay, we'll drop the skull in. Events. The tower is going to rotate again. Let's watch, see if anything pops out. 1 from the Southern Kingdom. Well, let's put him on the Sanctuary. Cue that up for our Scion. And a top seal is about to be broken. Looks like it's the North Tower. Okay, we have all sorts of glyphs active now. Any more things? Tomas knows all the hidden paths of the 4 kingdoms. The hero with Tomas may place themselves in any space. I could just place myself in the space with the enemy, but I can teleport there at the start of my turn anyway, so I don't see an advantage to doing it. Mostly I just want to make sure I'm not next to a space with skulls, and if I can... I don't know how he's going to attack. So we're just going to stay where we are. Okay, no more events. So we're going to start the Scion's turn, but before we get into that, we need to re-examine the tower and see what the glyphs are active. So facing me in the south, we have the quest glyph and the reinforce glyph are both facing south. Nothing on the east, nothing on the west. We've got the skull, so cleansing in the north is going to take extra spirit, so it's all north and south right now. But nothing that's really messing with what we're trying to do. Okay, start of the Scion's turn. We gain 1 spirit from the banner ability. Now, at the start of their turn, They remove one skull from their home kingdom. And now we've got our turn going. Let's just... I know I want to buy from that bazaar and then end up at where the sanctuary is. So go to the Three Rivers. We'll use the reinforce action, spend 2 spirit, and I suppose I might as well use the Lamp of Hope, because that's cleanse-based. You can cleanse, remove skulls from any space. So that's nice, but I'm just planning to get rid of it so that I can quest there next turn. So that was 1 move. We've reinforced. And now 2, 3. So we can cleanse here. Yep, cleansing doesn't cost us on the south side, it's only on the north side. So we can use our heroic action to cleanse, get those skulls off the board. We get 2 spirit back. And after you cleanse, remove 1 skull from any building. Let's remove that one that's in the north. Now we've just got a couple of skulls in the east, and we're feeling all right. We definitely are on top of the skulls this game. Okay, that's full movement. We've done all 3 of the abilities. Time to end the turn by dropping a skull. Okay, that clearly went to the north. Let's drop that in the Citadel again. It's a nice out-of-the-way spot for it. And process our events. Okay, destroy a building in his current kingdom. Well, I guess we're going to destroy the sanctuary. Let's just destroy the Citadel. I imagine that the skull that's on it just gets removed from play. So yeah, he's been tearing up that northern kingdom. The power of Titans has increased. Okay, they're now lethal. And brigands are spawning in Archmount, which is, yep, that's where the spider is right now. Anything else? Oh, a new spider is spawning in the Greater Tombstones, which is where the Eastern Sanctuary is. Okay, so we are at the start of the Warlord's turn. He gets his 5 warriors, and the plan was to go fight the Titan. We got this nice spider in front of us now, although we don't have good advantages against it. We've just got the 3. Honestly, if the spiders run after us and drain spirit... Now, there's 2 on the board, so they could be draining 2 spirit from us, and that, as they go up in level, they might be doing more spirit per. So that's a potential reason for us to go after. To go after the spiders. He can spend to move up to 3 spaces, so he can get to that Titan and attack it by using up a potion. Because unfortunately... Yeah, 1, 2, 3. He can't simply run to where the Titan is right now. Actually, he can spend a spirit to just double move. Are there any other useful abilities? Yeah, there are. Okay, let's, so we'll reinforce, we'll double move to there, reinforce, and then fight. So spend a spirit to increase his move up to 6. He can get to the Citadel now. Okay, then he's going to reinforce and spend his 5 spirit to level up. Well, it's not actually leveling up, just unlocking a virtue. Yeah, these are both really good right now. But I'm going to take the relentless one. If you double your move, gain +1 wild advantage. So he's going to have a wild advantage this turn. And, because he just reinforced, he gains 6 more warriors. Okay, now I think he's ready for battle. He's moved a whole bunch. He's done his reinforcement. We are ready. We're topped up on potions and gear to lose. Okay, here we go. Yep, no battle penalties. So what is his advantage going to be? He's got 1 wild for battle, 1 melee, which is going to count here, 2 from the hills, 1 from the melee advantage, and another 1 because he double moved. So yeah, we've got all of them. 5, 6. Yeah, I count 6. 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, let's get into battle with this Titan. Ooh, He's lethal. He's got maxed out on these things. 4 cards maxed. Ooh, this may be tough. Okay. Lose 2 gear and 20 warriors. Whew. We got 4 cards. So at least we have 6 advantages to spend here. But we only have 1 gear to lose, so we have to get this down. I need you to drop down the gear side. Okay. So we've spent 3 advantages already out of our 6 on the first card. 5 warriors is easy to lose. And we lost our sword, but the advantages it gave us were basically calculated when we started the battle, so we don't lose the one from the sword. Okay, next card. Ooh, critical hit, lose all remaining moves. Yeah, this guy's doing more warrior damage than I was expecting or prepared for. Yeah, he has 24. I think we're going to end up getting a corruption from this guy, because I've only got 1 left. Yeah, I can spend the 15 warriors, but ouch, this guy's... Yeah, with 2 more cards and not nearly enough warriors, we're not ready for this. And Spirit, we simply don't have enough for this. We might end up taking 2 corruptions here. I'm going to save the Spirit because... Or not save the Spirit, save the advantage. Because even if I reduce this by 1, I can't do anything about the rest of that. So we need to gain a corruption. So, he's feverish. Cannot cleanse a building with 3 skulls. And then if there is a skull on or adjacent to your space, lose 40 warriors. There's a skull on his space. I can use my last advantage, but I don't have 35 warriors either, so I definitely overestimated, or I guess underestimated, what this guy was going to cost. So we're taking our second corruption. You cannot carry more than 2 treasures, and we're going to defeat the Titan, but we took 2 corruptions in that battle. Clearly, yeah, the regular guys, you can't stop the battle halfway through if you realize, oh, these numbers are way bigger than I was expecting. But we did defeat the Titan, so he's not going to be destroying any more buildings in that territory. Hopefully he won't just respawn next turn, because that was brutal. And we do get our 2 spirit for completing a battle, but we really need to get the Warlord 5 spirit so that he can cleanse those corruptions that he's got. Because if he gets 1 more, even if like the adversary just randomly gives the wrong person a corruption or something, that could just end it. Or if like one of these buildings gets destroyed, yeah, that's real bad. So we need to get his corruptions gone fast. May even be worth getting our Scion over to him just to give him so that he's ready for next turn. So that was way more than I was expecting, but that is going to end the Warlord's turn. He reinforced first. Yeah, ouch. Ouch, ouch. Titan, I mean, it's a Titan. There's only one of them. Of course, it's one of the strongest things in the game. Let's end his turn. Okay, that went out to the north. There's only 1 building it can even go on to up in the north. I wonder what happens when there's no buildings left somewhere. I guess it goes... I'd have to look that up. There were actually no events. So it is the Spy Master's turn. We are ready to take the fight to the adversary. Isn't that right? Yes. Whew. Okay, and I should not expect to beat it in 1. We learned that last time. He may just start chucking corruptions at us. So, start of our turn. Let's see, double check what the glyphs are. It's the cleanse one. So I'm just going to... I can teleport straight to it. I could reinforce first to just... gain like 5 spirit. I might as well, because I'm not going to teleport directly to him. Let's just use the basic reinforce action. So we gain 1 spirit, and thanks to that ludicrous Crown of Azkal, gain spirit equal to the current month, which is 4. So this gives us another 5 spirit. So yeah, 20 spirit, we are doing great. Right? Can't forget the haggle die. I've got a ludicrous combo going. Let's just abuse this. Okay, it was a blank. Now we'll reinforce again. So by the same math, we get another 5 spirit, thanks to that ludicrous crown, and roll our haggle. Okay, it would have been the bad result, but we, Skull, I think, came off of the village again. Plopped that one back down on top of there. Okay, so it would have canceled our reinforce, but it didn't because we're master hagglers. Yeah, we are good to go. The only thing that's... Oh, right, the reinforce. So I needed to spend... No, it's the cleanse seal that's on this side. I'm looking at the reinforce. We're good. So we'll do our basic move. Move action of 2. We'll go up here and fight the adversary, and assuming we don't win, I'll just retreat a space to the mountains next door, and we can deal with that. Let's see, out of anything, I've got a potion spent to just gain 6 warriors. I'm just going to use that. I think having a few extra warriors on top of our now 4 potions, I think is a good enough state. So, yep, battle the adversary. Here we go. The Bane of Omens. So we do not have to defeat all the things. Let's count our advantages first. So the stealth, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the humanoid, 7, 8, 9. Yep, we're not in a desert, but we've got 9 advantages, and I could spend this potion to get a 10th one if I thought I needed it. So I've got a 10th in the bag, but you cannot use more than 10 advantages in any battle, so more than 10 is pointless. Whew. Okay, let's get into this battle. We got 9 advantages to go. There were only like 7 or 8 cards to draw from. Okay. So we've got 9. Now losing 25 warriors is something that we could do pretty easily here. But we also know the last time I got screwed with the final card was like critical and I couldn't upgrade it. And I'd been saving those advantages up the whole time. I'm going to use 1 here. So our first one, drop that down to 20, and we've still got 8, so that's 2 per card coming up. I think that's okay. Actually, let's play the long game. Because if I spend the advantages and I don't finish it this turn, these cards are still improved the next time we come through. So I'm going to spend the advantages early. So 1, 2, and let's even go up to 3. Let's be smarter about this. So we only lose 10 warriors here. We've spent our first 3 advantages, but now this card is only 10 warriors when we come back next time. Hit next. There we go. Whew, gain 2 corruptions. This is a nasty card. This is the one I was afraid of. Let's drop this one down. Wow, okay. 2 advantages. I don't want to get any corruptions. I'm going to put this all the way down that I can. Okay, no losses. So we spent 7 of our 9, but now we've got a free card. So if this one comes up again, it won't be terrible. So confirm on that one. Go to our next card. Wow, lose 5 items. Okay, well I've got 2 more advantages to spend. So spend those right away. Each one is reducing the number that we have to spend. So if I use this potion I was holding on to, that spent to get a wild advantage, I'm going to use that now. So we'll use our 10th advantage also on this card. So now we only have to lose 2 items, and I can toss these potions that I've just been holding on to purely for this, this purpose. So lose 2 more potions, because it's any item. And I'll hit the confirm button, but now we want to retreat. So there's still 2 more cards that can be defeated here. But we're going to retreat, not try to beat it all in one go. Oh, he's moving. So he's gone over to the Western Kingdom. Well, Our spy master is very fast and should be able to chase them, but yeah, if they had gone to the Eastern Kingdom, I might have been screwed here. At the very least, the Scion can afford to take some corruptions. Okay, so that was our battle step. I believe we still get, just from doing the battle, yeah, battle a foe on your space. So we get the spirit, which is superfluous on this particular character. And we still have a few more movement. We spent 2 to get to here, so I can spend 2 more movements to go towards the enemy. I might as well go back to the sanctuary. We can just keep farming warriors and other things from it. So our last movement, we've gone back to the mountain, and because we are ending our turn in the mountain, we get 6 warriors from the Outlaw King. Let's see, so we're ending, yep, that was the end turn. So let's drop our skull in and see where it pops out. I mean, it processed it, so it must have gone in. We'll put it in the sanctuary right there. And we've got events. Let's go. I think it might have double-clicked, or it's just telling me that the month ended. Yeah. Can I go back? No. Okay, yeah, it's just, okay, we've failed the adversary's quest. Each hero loses any companions they have? I thought I was going to be losing 1, so this is going to take 4 advantages off of us. It's just all of the companions. That was much rougher than I thought. We also lose our Outlaw King. Whew, all companions back in box. That was nasty. Okay, month 5 is going to begin. New quests. Okay, Miras looks like a horse lord. The riders have been decimated by the tower's forces. So complete the Smuggler's Den dungeon and find Miras to gain her as a companion. And it's, what do you know? That same spot up in the north. So let's see, the Smuggler's Den dungeon. So spawn dungeon? What type is it? Okay, it's a cave. And the caves are full of beasts. So we don't actually have particularly good things at dealing with beasts. We may just be leaving that one in place. But what does our horse friend do? Yep, Miras the Horse Lord. If you end your turn in grasslands, gain 6 warriors and 2 wild advantages in grasslands. Well, currently that would actually help us against the foe. Okay, that's our adversary quest. Haunted Dreams. The Bane haunts the dreams of the Marked One, making it impossible to sleep, draining their spirit. Pray at a sacred place to stop the nightmares. So quest in the Upper Ice Fangs and have 5 virtues, or the hero with the black mark will lose spirit. Well, that's literally where they are right now. And, oh, this character does not have all 5 virtues. If I could get to a citadel, I could unlock them. But that's something that the... Yeah, just have 5 virtues. The Warlord could do it, actually, because the Warlord only has 1 locked thing left, so they have 5 unlocked virtues. So yeah, we can send our Warlord over to help out with this, so that we don't lose spirit. That said, we have 27 spirit, which is a unimaginably huge amount of spirit. Okay, month 5 begins. Now, the game ends after the 6th month. It's just like the tower wins. So you do have a time limit here. Probably 3 or 4 more turns per character, but I'm going to try to just knock them out. Yeah, Miras would be nice right now. Yeah, the Scion was getting ready to go and solve that quest. The month ended 1 turn earlier, 1 turn before I could do something about it. Okay, Scion's turn starts. Gains a spirit. Also gets to remove 1 skull from their home province. Oof, now we've got all these pesky lethal enemies that are in our way. All the enemies seem to be in grasslands right now, so she's not terribly good at fighting them. That said, they can cleanse skulls from any space whenever they do the action, so they don't have to be where the skulls are. But the skulls are good. Oh, I forgot to put our new treasure out. Askal's Horn. Do not spend spirit for glyphs facing you. And an advantage against beasts. But yeah, you're still not good against the monsters that are out. So cleansing, you've pretty much been doing it well. We could just double move and let the Scion get rid of the nasty quest over there. Yeah, the dungeon has beasts. None of our people are great at beasts, and it's a lake, so nobody has special advantages against that thing. So that dungeon's really just gonna suck. Yeah, I don't really want to do any of those. So I can just keep doing the cleansing, get all the skulls off the board, pretty much, and then just start reinforcing and like beef these things up. If I can grab like the scroll for stealth, and if I can get that to the Spy Master, because that's all things that can be used against the adversary. Okay, what's our best option here? And everything's in the north again, so I can't see it from here. Do I just keep cleansing? I don't really want this person to fight. They don't have the warriors for it. Well, you can prevent battle losses per battle card or dungeon room. Maybe we go after the gear. Okay. Let's do the cleanse. So we remove the skull from the space. We can also remove one skull from anywhere else. Let's just get the skull away from our Spy Master. We've done the cleanse. Yeah, this side doesn't have a penalty for those. Let's move to the trade. I suppose we should move to that one, because that's closer to anything that's useful. Right, our post-cleanse, we get 2 more. So trade that up, so they've got a 6 now. Okay, so what do we want to grab? Let's grab the skull. So we're going to reinforce. We just spend those 2 straight back again. And we get the Scroll of Twilight Shadow. That's something that we would very much like to get to the Spy Master. Maybe on a following turn. And finally, the next treasure, Circlet of Conviction. Spend, instead of dropping a skull into the tower this turn, to take another turn. And 1 humanoid advantage. Oh, we've got a couple of humanoid advantage treasures. Another thing that I'm seeing here is I do have a potion here. Spend to move any foe up to 2 spaces. The adversary is a foe. So the Siren Song. If I use that by the Scion, so yeah, let's use that. I can then force the adversary to go into the Tower Desert, where our Spy Master can just teleport straight to them, and will get extra advantages because they are strong in deserts. Okay, I think we've done all of our actions, so it's time to end our turn by dropping a skull in. And here we go. That clearly came out in the east. Okay, and we've got events. A bottom seal is about to be broken. There aren't that many left on here, so where's it coming? On the east side. Come on. Okay. So it's an open space, but there were no skulls sitting behind it to pop out. The Bane of Omens strikes quickly. Destroy a building in his current kingdom. Well, that's the last of the buildings that was in the north, and we're not going to be able to harvest more spirit for our Spy Master. Okay, the Brigands strike. Each hero loses 1 item. Oh, just automatically. Okay, so we'll lose a potion for the Warlord. Oh, I don't really want to lose a potion, but really the Spy Master needs more potions to be able to get rid of during the fighting, or they're going to just take corruptions. But everything else is like a key item that gives advantages. Oof, so that sucks. and we have to lose a treasure. Well, the Tears of Shedu didn't give us any advantages against anything useful. I had only picked it up to throw it away, so we'll just take that now. We've got the Titan back. Boo. So he's in the Upper Ice Fangs, which... Yep, that is in fact the same space that we've been dealing with all along. So there's nothing left in the north at this point for him to destroy or for the adversary to destroy. So we're starting the Warlord's turn. He gets his 5 warriors. If there's anything I can possibly do, it's really I just want to give potions from the Warlord over to the Spy Master so they're ready for their next fight. The Warlord also has those corruptions, so cannot cleanse, cannot carry more than 3 treasures, nothing relevant. The main thing was just getting to a sanctuary. Right, they don't have the 5 spirit to spend on getting rid of all of their corruptions. So I could reinforce where he is, get the potions. He can move 2 to get over to there, and then a 3rd one to get back out. Let's see, what do we need to quest? Oh, you need to have 5 virtues. So I can still quest over there and just get back out of there afterwards. So this will work. So we're going to start by reinforcing at the Citadel, where we already are. So we're going to get the 6 warriors there. Well, we get the potion. His ability gives him the 6 warriors whenever he reinforces. So, a Potion of Fortune's Favor. Spend to get a wild advantage. That's a good one. Now we're just going to use his regular move. So we can go across the river and then to the space where everything's happening. So that he's there with the Titan, with the Spy Master. Now, once he's in this space, he's going to quest. He's got the 5 virtues, so he is able to deal with the Haunted Dreams quest. Yeah, 5 virtues, so we save the Black Mark. Okay, and that just prevents us from losing the spirit. So, the Warlord gains some more spirit. 2 spirit. And now what I want to do is just a massive trade. So, I want to give the Warlord enough spirit so that they can get rid of the corruption on their next turn. So I can trade anything but the virtues and corruptions. And what that means is I am going to transfer a massive warrior transfer over to the Spy Master. Hopefully we can just get through everything on the next turn. Also give them the potions. And in return, we're going to just hand over a bunch of spirit. So I think that's good. The warrior has 1 more movement point left. So they reinforced, moved, quested, and we just have to get the warrior out of that province just so they don't get attacked by the Titan or other nasty bits. And I think that's going to do it for the Warlord. Okay, so end their turn by dropping a skull in. I think that came out the east side. Okay. I'll put it down in the bazaar. So we've got events. The Spider's Strike. Move each spider to your space. Lose 1 for each spider on your space. I think I just lost the game by being... Oh, no, I don't, because I gave him all that extra spirit. Oh, just had a minor panic attack. Thought I blew it again. Okay, so each spider moves to your space. This is the Warlord's turn. Lose 1 spirit for each spider on your space. We gave him spirit. That's the only resource he has, but he has the 2 spirit to give. Whew. Oh, I'm glad I got a little bit lucky there, because if we didn't, we would have gained corruption instead of losing that spirit. He would have had 3 and we would have lost. Okay, that's it, which means the Spy Master gets to go now. So we are going to teleport. Yeah, we got that quest off the board. We are going to teleport directly to the adversary. And now we are going to attack again. So let's see, what else do we have? So let's calculate our advantages again, because it's different this time. So stealth, we lost some of those. 1, 2, 3, 4 stealth. And we have 1 humanoid. So we've got 5 from the basics, but we have 2 more because we're in a desert. So we have 7 right now. And we can also spend 1 to get an 8th. So now let's find out if we're going to get the same ones as last time, and if we get the bonus. So we have 7, maybe 8 advantages to spend, and a couple of potions. Wow, okay. So you lose 25 warriors, and the hero with the black mark also loses 25. So this would be lose 50 warriors. But this could kill the black mark when they're not even in the battle if you weren't playing that as the same character. Figures, they keep hammering us with this. Let's, I need to spend advantages. So I've got 7 of them. Yeah, each one of these is basically 10 off of the loss. Gonna spend a third one. So this is 16 warriors. I just got a massive infusion of warriors. I can spend this. So let's spend the 16 warriors that we just got from our warlord friend. And I'm satisfied with that. Now, next card. This is one we downgraded from the previous time. Only lose 10 warriors. We can get through that one without too much trouble. We still have 4 advantages left. Third card. The Black Mark hero loses 20 warriors. Spend some more on this. So we're up to 5, and it's another 10 warriors. If we have to come back in, all of these cards that we've knocked down will still, we can spend further advantages and get them even lower next time. So we've paid that cost. Now, okay, we've got a 25 warriors, and last time it didn't let me spend any advantages on the final card. So let's go 6 and 7 here. So if I spend the 15, I better make change for these small guys. Oh, yep, I had exactly 15 in single guys. Okay, so we have 30 warriors left after this. On the previous race, we should still be good. So, last card. Gain 2 corruptions. Okay, but this is one we can actually mess with. So I'm going to spend the potion that gives us a wild advantage. And we can do 1 more on this. It wasn't enough to downgrade it, but this character can take the 2 corruptions because we got rid of that last one from before. So our first corruption, if you end your turn in your home kingdom, lose a spirit. And the other one, after you reinforce at a village, lose 1 spirit. But we did succeed in taking those. Hey, the tower is defeated. In the end, the prophecy was more potent than the assassin turning back its wicked blade. The black mark turns to shadow and shimmers out of sight. Free from the weight of its bond, the world seems a brighter place today. Oh, and all the lights went off on the tower as soon as we hit that. View the stats. Yeah, total 51 advantages. Yeah, I had to start this one over, so it says 1, 2 lost. Both of the ones that lost were like trial games that I terminated to get a fresh start on. And we won this time. It was still a pretty close scare there near the end, with the warlord and their 2 corruptions getting ambushed by the spiders, but we just pulled that through. And yeah, we also got lucky that everything that was destroying buildings, which would give you corruptions, I managed to keep stuck in the north section where it wasn't hurting any of our characters. It was the one freebie, essentially. So that worked out. We were successful. We completed the Assassin's Quest and defeated the Bane of Omens. But yeah, even with like I think I was almost breaking the game with like the double reinforcement and getting tons of spirit. The spirit I was getting didn't even come into play during that final battle. And a lot of the stuff I ended up getting really did get used. So I think you do have to get somebody that strong to be able to take on the adversary and win. I hope you had fun watching this game. Yep, that was Return to Dark Tower that came up from the Wheel of Games. See you on the next episode. Until then, bye-bye.